Hello. Um, Welcome everyone. If the noise sounds a little bit off, apologies. I adjusted something, so if it's too loud, let me know so I can fix it. Welcome to Potential TPK. This is the 7th chapter of our adventurer's journey.
Woohoo!
Our most recent adventure had them going to the town of Abernath. There they met Asher, the blood mage. They did some very mild recon, faced against an Abishai, another black Abishai, and absolutely smoked most of it. The kill was unfortunately stolen from them by a monster of several appendages that fed on fear and invoked fear within them. They dispatched this creature quite handily. No casualties this time. They dispatched the creature. Shortly afterwards, and some investigations later, they did determine that this creature was once their companion in arms, Felix Springletoes.
Sag.
Yes.
Pouring out for your dead home.
Afterwards, they in that same time frame, they did discover another Abishai that they did not question very well. They then absolutely smoked that one, even though it was in chains.
It's already dead.
No,
This one was a lot more willing to talk.
Well, weren't able to talk.
It did.
Didn't answer well enough.
It literally answered the question.
Sent him back on home.
You did not ask further questions.
Not in a satisfactory way, so.
It answered in a tone. What tone? It was in prisons.
And now he's free, back in the Nine Hells.
It'll be back, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how magic works in that fashion.
I hope that was traumatizing enough for him to think twice next time.
I hope he gets summoned again, shows up, finds us, and is like, I'm out.
That's okay. I'm gonna get chained to a floor and then some paladin bash my brains in.
Wait, hold on. I think we've glossed over something here.
Mike, move your mic toward to face you, please.
I feel like we've glossed over something important. These things retain their memories whenever they're summoned.
It depends on the lore behind the demons / devils, fiendish creatures.
Whatever.
Some of them do return their spiritual form, for lack of a better word, because they don't have souls, return to the Nine Hells in some fashion.
Sometimes they're turned into dretches, which are lesser demons.
Yep.
Sometimes they retain personality. Depends on how they get punished.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then maybe that one will think twice before speaking in a tone next time they get.
Rakshasas, if you kill Rakshasas, they'll return and be even more pissed. They definitely retain their memories. Yes, they do. Them and their backwards hands. Makes no fucking sense.
What benefit is that?
Just the
Better grip to rip.
Swimming.
I was gonna say rip open rib cages. That shows where my mind immediately went. Shortly after they searched through the entire church, and by they I mean Zagat, burned it the fuck down. Yes. They took the body of this creature that was once their friend, and that is where we left off. Them exiting the gates of the town of Abernath. It is your boat.
So, we have burned down the church, and we have Felix. Where we go from here?
I say we run like hell.
Oh, I need to send some messages.
Then run like hell.
Okay, but from where? Like, what town are we going to? Does anybody know?
I think... Where would I know if there's another city nearby that has a large Church of Erroneous?
Not really. This was like one of the main areas for Erroneous.
Okay.
I
I think our best bet's to go back to the university. Go to get back to Chron'Cal. Because then we can at least leave all the books and the materials there for safekeeping with the library. The
And then-
church can come and pick them up and verify everything.
Well, do you think they'd be able to study the text as well?
Mhm.
Try and
I'm sure they'll
decipher,
be interested
decipher
in
and
it.
learn some more knowledge.
I'm sure they'll be interested in all of it.
Yeah.
We have his journals. They'll need proof.
Sure.
So
I think that is what the recommendation that Brody brought up was
Yes.
going back to Chron'Cal and having some discussions done there.
The person who played Brody is busy today, so he's just sad that his friend died in the background.
now it is Brody's turn to cry.
Yes.
I think that role's already been taken, unfortunately.
We need someone to roleplay that.
So yeah,
Coward
and-
cry.
This week we're all RJ. I'm not crying.
so I don't know if the
Brody
banner
He's probably
should be.
very in depth on reading some pages that he found.
has the banner been still read
Yeah,
Brody
it still
for
says,
him.
it still says
Okay.
Brody.
I was just checking. So this is
I'm not fixing the banner because
Yeah, it's-
I can't fix it.
That's fine. This is not, Brody. This is
Logan,
care?
you don't need to acknowledge chat.
Just
Jesus Christ.
relax.
Just trying to help.
I think they figured it out.
I do not look like.
Anyway, back to the story.
If we're going to Chron'Cal, then I think that, I don't know if you can carry Felix all the way back to Breckenridge, but
No, I think we find like a nice spot in the forest.
okay.
away from the grandfather.
Yes.
Okay. Do a nature check. So whoever wants to search for a nice spot.
I've
I
got a
have a
plus
plus
one.
one.
You know what?
I'm
Sure.
a -1.
I'll roll. I'll give myself guidance too, if that's okay.
An assist,
This
so
place
advantage.
Go for it.
Rocks is great, right?
Roll advantage.
Let's see here.
Rocks are good for
Actually, that's pretty good.
just stack a bunch of rocks
One-
in the
one
body. Then you
second.
prepare
Hair. I mean,
Intelligence is plus
and try
2,
to set it
so
on
that's
fire.
15, 17, 21.
Okay.
Same.
I would say probably about 30 minutes outside of Abernat. You find a nice little meadow. Couple nice trees, thick oaks. There are some truffles nearby as well, so would probably remind Felix of home a little bit. Breckenridge,
Or
Mushrooms.
the mushroom place.
remind Felix.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said Felix.
Just Felix grew up in a town where mushrooms were a primary food source.
Okay.
Truffles or mushrooms.
Does anybody have any of that weed left?
I'm not sure at this point.
Okay. Continue on.
Does anybody have any of that weed left? That we can bury with Felix?
Felix didn't
We never
smoke
took
the
any.
weed.
Yeah, I think
Oh, that's
it,
right.
We'll
Felix
find a nice
did.
spot. and we'll-
it was like a death trap.
That was
for
his
her.
grandpa thing. And I don't think that he was particularly fond of it.
Okay, fair. We skip the weed.
Yes.
For now.
It's probably the most appropriate.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not going to make you roll to dig a hole.
I rolled big holes.
Dig a diggy hole.
Yeah, I
The body is obviously a lot larger than a gnome. So it takes a little bit of time. But you do dig a decent sized hole to put this corpse into. You place the body into the hole. Is there anything you'd like to do before burying? Last rites, anything like that?
I'm no good at speeches. Ironically. I'm good at deception. Not speech.
I take a few silent moments to myself. I
Okay.
don't really say anything out loud though.
I'll reach into my backpack and I'll pull out the arm, and I will lay it like in the center and be like, "I hope that Helm protects you into the afterlife, and that your grandfather does not find you." And then that's it.
Zagat will go find flowers nearby and just sprinkle them into the grave
Okay.
and just say, "I'm sorry."
Well, Orin's gonna pray and try to remember what his favorite meal was if he knew. I don't know if Orin knows what his favorite meal was.
I don't believe that came in conversation, did it?
No, it was
I
never
don't think so.
mentioned. He said that he liked everything you made. But that was it. It was never brought up beyond that.
Hey, Lily,
Yeah.
do you know what his favorite meal was? You were with him closer than the rest of us, so I just do you know?
He was really fond of like a mushroom sandwich. You take like a giant cap and you just make that as a sandwich.
That is the most forest gnome thing ever.
Well,
It's basically like a portobello burger,
Yeah.
right?
I
They're delicious.
Well, that's what I'm gonna be making for dinner tonight. Then.
A double stuffed portobello.
Mm.
Panda.
Do you have anything to contribute?
So Oren's gonna try to make that tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if he has the right ingredients. But
I
he's
mean-
gonna try.
I'm sure
We have truffles nearby, so
Those are drastically different than a portobello.
Actually, I have
Lily
good
doesn't know.
shiitake mushrooms,
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
That'll work.
Those are large caps, so.
so that would work.
Panda bear.
I will also find a large stone to mark the burial as well.
Okay. Easy enough to find. It's a forest. There's gonna be random rocks everywhere. All right. So, body is buried. Is there any? I know that you said a prayer to Helm. You said a prayer to Farakti. You said sorry. Did anyone want to do anything else to the grave?
We can't ward it.
Trinic's gonna take
unless
out.
you have gentle repose.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that.
Trinic takes out one gold coin and presses it into the ground. Just for the toll for the afterlife.
Although I don't think that matters because he's technically already an undead creature, isn't he?
feel like I. Well, I feel like I owe Felix.
If you'd like to, you can do a religion check.
I don't know. I was just saying.
Religion check for what?
For what creature this is.
I got a
I got a 20, not natural.
Well,
19.
Okay. All of you would have known that it is not an undead creature.
That's somewhat more terrifying.
This is, from what you would determine, a creature of the Shadowfell. It is known as a phobophage, a fear eater. And this was, as far as you can tell, a fairly weak one.
That tracks. They didn't have a lot of material to work with.
17 charisma. What?
For a barbarian.
That's Lily's.
So the
Those
last
are Lily's stats.
The best part is the phobophage had an 18 charisma.
I guess the last thing is Oren's just gonna make a minor illusion of a bush on top just because it feels right.
Okay.
We just plant a real bush on it. There's bushes
How? I don't know how to plant bushes. Do you?
Yes.
You know, Felix wasn't really particularly fond of bushes. That was
Oh.
also his grandpa.
Oh,
That's fair.
never mind. Gets rid of the bush.
you spend a couple months with a person, you don't get to know them real well, so.
It was more a fear response.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. Mostly you guys are dealing with Felix's mini traumas.
And traumatizing them into the afterlife by planting a bush on their grave.
Not great.
Okay. Anything else you all want to do? At this point, it is closing in on sunset.
Well, Oren's just gonna try to make the mushroom cat burgers, I guess.
Okay. Just make a cooking utensils check, which is your intelligence.
With guidance. Cooking with guidance.
Intelligence with proficiency.
That is 13, 14, 18.
Okay. You make a fairly good. What you feel with the resources you have is a fairly decent shiitake shiitake-ish meal. It's hard to make a sandwich with those materials, so you kind of wing it a little bit. So it's more along the lines of using the shiitake as a more of a bowl and then loading it full of that, because
Okay.
you didn't really have that many shiitake, and you need to make sure you distribute it to everyone. So this is what you can feel like, and you feel like with what you have, you can that even Felix would be appreciative of it,
Well, this
and truly appreciative, not just saying I like it just because they want someone to like them.
Well, I did my best with this. Just eat this and, just remember him. And pray Barakti does not ever find him.
What would happen if Rockty finds him?
The same thing that's going to happen to these mushrooms.
The-
But he's already
Zagat's gonna
Go
take
on,
the
so-
time to really figure out where they are, like on a map,
Mhm.
so that he can show Wilfred where they ended up burying Felix.
Make an intelligence check, please.
Oh boy,
Hey,
that's not bad. 14.
Okay. You think you can get it? You think you got a good decent spot? You didn't go too far out. You think you're within maybe a couple miles of
I was
Abernath?
there. We went this direction. Should be right about there.
Yeah, you can say it's about maybe a couple hundred feet off of the main path, 2 miles west from Abernath.
Should we put a marker on the main path?
Nah.
Wilfred Wilfred knows enough.
I guess
Wilfred,
Let Felix rest peacefully.
I'd say he did cross dimensions in order to come back and torture Felix. So I'm sure.
Wilfred, not
I'm
Wilfred.
sorry, I will Fred.
Wilfred is the
there's
evil.
there's Wilfred, Winifred, and Stephanie.
She's the weird one.
They're all the weird one.
The best part is trying to figure out which one is the most mentally stable.
No.
Probably Stephanie.
trick question.
All right.
Mental stability does not exist in the Sprinkle Toes family
Felix
line.
was.
But Felix was, and that's barely holding on to sanity. All right, so at this point, you all have eaten. Who's going to take first watch?
I will.
Okay, perfect. Brody is very deep in their reading of documents that they found, but I believe that they would share that they did find a chest from within the church. It is a coffer. It is full of 3,000 gold.
Holy nuggets.
There's also a singular diamond in there as well.
Too bad nobody has Revivify.
All right. We'll figure out distribution of that later on, but just so you know, that is there. Brody has enough gold, so I don't think Brody would try to be sneaky with it.
He can hold on to it.
Brody's a rich kid,
Yeah.
and he's not a shitty rich kid.
He can just NBC in the background, just holding in the box. Just
That's like one of his allowances. Just one.
All right, so go ahead and do a perception check for me for the night.
Oh God. 4.
Okay.
Next.
I think you and Brody had a level of exhaustion, right?
I have one.
You have one. That's right.
Mhm.
I can't remember if I had one or not.
And then since we're bedding down, but none of us have beds, Trinick's just gonna find a tree and kind of lean up against that.
Sure.
Get
That's right. All of your guys'
get enough sleep as you can.
all your guys' sleepwear is at the small hamlets. That is still some time away.
Holy shit, I can get Revivify.
You can, yes.
Next level.
It's a 3rd level spell.
Right.
I think you.
Oh, I don't have 3rd level yet.
Correct.
That's right.
correct.
And by then it's too late.
It's by then it's too late, yeah.
But at least you have it. You have a diamonds now. Better to have it and not need it.
Yeah. I'll probably take 300 gold in the diamond just for future purposes.
Okay, but we can figure that out
Later.
later.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. Okay. So you take first watch. Is there anything you'd like to do? As a reminder, you are a wizard, and you do have a spell book. Something that you have access to that the others really don't really have access to, or have not really delved into, is creating your own spells. So if you ever have that desire, just state what you're trying to do in a rough manner, and it could be in private or it could be in public.
Got it.
Sorry, I thought I heard something.
During watch, I'm gonna read the spell book, mostly just to familiarize it to Lily.
Sure.
And that's what I do to kind of pass my time.
Sure. All right. Who's going to be taking second watch?
I will.
Okay. First watch, fairly uneventful. Second watch, go ahead and roll perception check. 14. Okay. Fairly uneventful night. Not a whole lot is happening. Yeah, fairly uneventful at this point. And finally, third watch.
I will take it.
I'll help.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Go ahead.
Whoever.
And, well, is it okay if I assist?
I already nat 20.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
When did you roll?
uh,
No, when?
just after
Okay.
we declared it.
Okay.
Like literally just did
He's
it.
rolling
Oh,
on the
don't
computer.
roll on computers.
Okay.
I hate those dice.
I will go ahead and do this.
They don't ever seem like they're fully.
No, they're never-
random.
Natural 20. I had 2 natural 20s. I am not kidding.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
You keep an eye out. You have a slight glow to you, so you have a little bit more depth that you can see. You do see up in the branches of a tree, singular squirrel looking straight at you. It sees you,
Not again.
scampers away. You hear something metallic, but that's about it.
It's Sagat breathing.
It wasn't carrying a blue banner by chance, was it?
Too dark to tell.
That's a throwback.
Too dark to tell.
That's light.
Do you really?
No.
Okay. And that's it. Anything else happens throughout the night.
Is that a long rest?
That is a long rest. So if you had a level exhaustion and you took a long rest, it is gone.
What if it resets? Oh, and I'm probably no longer frightened.
Correct. That vanished after an hour.
Still had it in my notes though.
Yep. All right. You all wake up. You are about half a day from retrieving your tents from the hamlet.
Oh, it's on the way back
Yeah,
to Breckenridge.
it'll be on back. Not to Breckenridge, to
the academy.
Chron'Cal, yeah. Okay. So you all gather what few things you had. Wasn't exactly the most restful sleep, since you all didn't really, all of you except for Lily didn't really have anything to rest on. But you'll make your way groggy, not with exhaustion. You'll make your way back to the hamlet. You gather your items. All of them are there. Luckily, nothing was taken. It's a small hamlet. If they were taken, it would have been a very quick search and seizure. So you'll do all that. Who wants to take a lead on the week and a half trek back to Chron'Cal?
That's a nature or survival.
Survival.
I got a +4 to survival. So
Yeah, mine's
That's all you, bud.
mine's -1, so I probably should.
That's what you get for being the wisdom caster.
I get a +1.
Also +1.
that will be a modified 20.
Okay. We managed to knock about a day off the entire travels. About 8 days later, you get back to the gates of Chron'Cal. During this time, Brody has spent a lot of their time looking into these documents. They really haven't shared a whole lot. Lily was able to kind of pick up that these were from Wilfred's journal. And that there was a lot missing. For all intents and purposes, Brody only has like maybe 10 pages, and it was a maybe 50-page journal.
I'm a little suspicious that this book may have been more important than we knew if Conrad decided to take it with him.
Mm-hmm. I'd say about 5 days into the journey at around the sunset campfire, Brody does pull out a page, spouts a bunch of gibberish, and hands it to Lily. The gibberish makes no sense. But that happens when he gets deep into his work. He hands it to you, though. Make an Arcana check on it.
Oh my gosh, that is not a good roll. 9.
He just kind of shoved it in your face and doesn't really make a whole lot of sense right now. From what you are figuring out from just looking at it, it seems to be more in the school of I'm having a huge brain fart. Transmutation along that path. That's where you're able to figure out from it. From at least just glancing at it, you'd have to take a lot more time and to try and determine what exactly it is.
Is it okay if I hold on to this page? I asked Brody.
He doesn't
so I
seem to
can-
care. It seems like it's like a one-off.
Okay.
Like
already moved on.
Yeah, he's already moved on. He's looked over it. He doesn't really understand. He was able to communicate that he doesn't understand exactly what it is, but it's not important to it's not important to this particular issue he's trying to figure out. But it is. He did point out that it is important in some capacity.
I'm going to leaf it into the spellbook
Sure.
to look at next time we have a moment
Sure.
that we're not like walking or whatever.
All right. Jumping back, you do. It is now, I'd say, early morning. Before you get to the gates of Chron'Cal, the city proper, not the academy. You all are let in. No issues. Streets are bustling. Road is straight up to Chron'Cal. Along the way, everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Dirty 20.
Okay,
6.
6.
Also a dirty 20.
8.
that seems about right. Okay, along the way,
Cynic walks into a wall.
Hey, it was better than
It's
us.
an 8, not a 1.
along the way, you both see off in an alley. There is a small shop called Discount Magic Items.
I guess we should sort out the
By the-
3,000 gold.
By the way, it is the most generic sign ever. It's like a
Discount Bob's
it's
magic items.
Exactly, it is very 2D, painted on there.
I suspect it says Discount Bob's in
Like,
big
duct
letters.
tape to the wall.
Pretty much.
Hey, we
And then
swear
like
this
in like
is-
a small subtext it says Discount Magic Items.
Pretty
So like
much.
you just know it's Discount Bob's, but you have no idea what he
It's
sells.
spelled with a K on discount.
No.
Okay.
And it's backwards.
Not a goblin
Backwards.
shop.
This is like one of those like pop-up fireworks stands that
Count is spelled
Turns into-
COWNT.
That'd be Cobalt.
Count. They don't sell cows. Apparently.
What a cloak of billowing. Bonus action, it billows behind
I
you.
guess we have a minute. Let's check out the shop.
What shop?
Yeah, what?
The-
we
You
talking
see that? Look
Do you
over
not
there.
see discount Bob's over
I did
there?
not see
Where?
that. Thanks for pointing
I've
that
never
out.
seen that.
They sell
Jody,
magic
why
items.
didn't you ever mention about Discount Bob's Magic Shop?
Probably because it's discount items.
Oh.
I wonder if they're all cursed. Oh yeah, he's bougie about his magic items.
What are we looking at again?
Discount magic items.
Point
That
at
could
the
be fun.
sign.
I heard about one guy who got haunted by a rubber duck from there.
Haunted. So okay,
That's fun.
was the rubber duck the thing that was haunting them,
Or was it haunted by?
or was it a haunted rubber duck?
I don't know. He went insane.
Oh.
So
They also were trying to figure out the mystery.
Yes.
It comes,
you know, all of a sudden I think I'm good.
comes with a free pro-yo. That's good.
There was also the time that someone found
Froyo
what,
was
what
also
they called
haunted.
the,
That's bad.
and he actually puts up his fingers, the immovable rod. They activated it and then flew into space.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
you know.
Apparently, it was locked to that point in time and space.
Do I need to make like an intelligence check to figure out like?
Not to the planet, but just to that point
Oh,
in the
yes.
universe.
Yep.
And so we whipped off at like 5,000 miles an hour.
Yes.
How was his arm not torn off?
Oh, it was.
It's a good thing it went up instead of down.
Oh. Destroy a planet.
It would have put a very deep hole in it. And it would have been at a curve too.
Yeah, at
Not-
the
it would
exact
be straight
rotational
Indiana
speed of the
curve. Yeah,
planet.
exactly.
That's okay.
We know so much about the science of this world, despite being in medieval society. We're so advanced.
I mean, I did mention rubber ducks, and they're definitely not rubber.
There's that.
Um,
You know, magic is crazy.
so anyway, there's a magical discount item shop.
The curiosity is getting the
It's-
better of me. I
oh, yeah.
have to go
Yeah,
look.
especially-
I'm so curious.
Yes, we're all sad. Let's go check this out.
You've had 8 days to mourn. That's more than enough.
Felix would have wanted to go here.
Felix would have wanted to go here. Well,
Could be fun.
depends.
Yep. All right.
If it's a gnome shopkeeper, maybe not.
So you all make your way inside. Are you distributing the 3,000 gold in some capacity?
Yeah.
Divided by 6, it'd be 500 gold piece.
He said he only wanted 300 and the diamond.
Yeah, so
That's for Riven.
he'll take 300 in the diamond. The rest of us get 540.
Okay.
Hey,
I've never had this much before. Thank you.
considering I lost all of my gold already.
And killing things is really
I barely
lucrative.
had any.
This is literally all the gold I have now.
I've had more.
We're gonna have it for lunch.
Especially at discount item shop, who knows what you'll get.
Oh boy.
Well, at this price, I could buy a ton of these.
Man, if I was Smokey, I'd absolutely want to get a pipe of smoke monsters, whatever it is. Literally, it's a pipe. You just smoke, and it makes for like one round an image of a monster. It's hilarious.
Okay.
There's so many good magic items that feel like they shouldn't be magic items.
So you all enter this discount magic items shop. It looks very much like one of those vintage stores that just is piled full of shit. It definitely looks like where someone would go antiquing at.
Beautiful.
You get an immediate smell of dust and old.
My wife loves antiquing. I know exactly what this.
Yes.
I know
You-
everything.
The second you enter, you go, because you just get blasted with dust.
Just like home.
Your sensors get immediately filled with dust. Yep.
He has to go outside and empty out his dust filter.
Wow, that was quick. I just cleaned that. So you all enter. You have no idea where the counter is.
Hello?
I skip the counter and just start browsing through the piles of garbage
Okay.
while
You
he's
don't
trying to find
hear-
the shopkeep.
You don't hear a response back,
But
but you feel like your yell was like immediately muffled.
detect magic.
Okay.
You're overwhelmed.
I would like you to do a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. 12.
Okay. You are blinded for 1 minute.
What?
Oh, turn it up. Turn it up.
Are you okay?
What happened?
I tried to detect magic. It's all magic. It's all magic.
In a magic
Well,
store.
Well, I wasn't sure. It looks like junk.
Oh, don't worry. It definitely is junk.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I've been here the whole time.
Oh.
Who's that?
I thought you were one of the items.
I am.
Oh, that,
I'm also the shopkeep.
you poor thing.
Is it like a wrinkly warforged?
Oh my
What am I looking
I have
at
to-
Do we
right
see where
now?
the voice comes from?
Yes. You see on a shelf. You see a little porcelain garden gnome.
Yep, I hate that.
Touche.
Glad I'm blind.
So it is kind of, in a way, a wrinkly warforged.
Anyway.
I
Oh, hold on. Let me appear in my actual form.
It's just an actual gnome?
It just goes back to a porcelain gnome. And then from behind the counter, you see a very hunched over what you would assume to be some sort of gray creature. Looks stone-ish. Go ahead and, except for you, because you're still blinded, go ahead and do a general intelligence check.
General intelligence.
6. Got nothing.
Natural 20.
My eyes.
12.
Dude, you
I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I think it's the sea.
You two kind of, you're able to immediately identify, you think it is. It looks just like a very old Goliath. Like, very old.
It's just so hunched over and like
Yes.
full of like
What is this?
osteoporosis that it's just
What is with
shrunk.
this game and incredibly weird old people?
Oh, it's just like a
Zach is
It's
an
all
incredibly weird old person.
Hi, I'm old. I've been old since I was 5.
You've been old the entire time I've known you.
I've been old since 3 days old. Like my baby pictures look like I'm
Still-
done with the world.
You're over this shit.
Yes.
Give me my banky. It's time
How
for
about from the shopkeeper? Can you get a discount?
He's popped out and went, wah.
Why?
I don't think I even cried.
I didn't.
I think I was like, I'm here, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I came out and I was.
No, I really
looking
thought
at
this whole alive thing would be a lot better than this.
Yes.
3 days in, I'm already not impressed.
everything. We did 9 months for this.
So- Well, you not looking for anything? Do you want that gnome? She points her cane at it.
Should I want the gnome?
Do you want the gnome?
Are we just asking each other?
Contested charisma check to see if I want the gnome.
Are we just asking questions?
That's a 20.
You feel like
Dirty 20.
You feel like maybe you don't want the gnome.
I don't think I want the gnome.
Oh, one day I'll get rid of you. Keep coming back. What are you looking for? Are you blind still?
I don't know. I think
Why did you cast magic in this shop?
I thought it was just antiques.
No,
You're smarter than this guy.
I'm really not.
no. If he was smart, he definitely wouldn't have done that.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Hang on, let me reboot.
Oh, he's dead now.
There we go.
Perfect. I know what you need. She takes like a solid minute to walk like 10 feet. She digs into a trunk, and she pulls out a slightly smaller trunk. She turns it around, flips it open. Inside are actually 2 little memory cores.
Ooh.
Whose memories are on?
I've had these for 3 years.
I really expected more zeros.
Same here.
that is a lot of years.
Do you know where they came from?
No?
Insight check. The nat 20.
She's 100% lying.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
I am not.
That's a lot of convincing.
I found them deep in a cave when I was much younger, much more spry.
3 years ago?
Yes.
What happened to you?
She's still lying.
Age.
But 3 years years?
Yes,
That's not a lot of years.
maybe to you, you youngin.
So, how much for the memory course?
Takes a moment.
Sorry.
She takes another minute, goes back to her.
Hey, that's spell.
Each memory core will be about. She pulls out an abacus.
Wow,
32
she really is
gold.
old.
That's not bad. But whose memory is on?
Would you do 30 gold each? Even 60?
Deal.
Deal.
I'll need you to fill out this form, please.
Is that a
Gotta read it
waiver?
first.
Thank you. Oh,
Congratulations, you don't have a sewing.
No, congratulations, you are part of the junk pile now.
Wait. Well, hold on.
so, by the way, once you finish signing, and she yunks it away. You actually feel like a magical pull, but it was more like it wasn't to her. It was more to the paper.
I do need to read first.
Well, I can tell you're not a wisdom caster.
Did any of you see him sign off that? Did any of you see him sign off on that form?
I would have, and I would have
Yes.
said that as he was signing.
Okay, you would have no idea what this is. I would like you to roll an intelligence check.
Please don't fail me now.
I also wouldn't have said anything.
I'm not kidding. It's another natural 20.
Perfect.
What the?
I don't know what's
That
going
is a magical contract.
You fucked up.
So what's on the
But
contract?
magical contracts can mean many things. It could be an agreement of services. It could be an actual contract saying, "Hey, you're going to pay this person this much money," or it could be in this case, a waiver saying that the magic shop will not be responsible for anything that happens upon the use of this magical item.
That seems more like it would.
Well, hey, at least you didn't sell your voice to get a pair of legs.
I mean, who reads the terms and conditions?
I do.
Selling
Astroguides.
you cannot sell your soul in this particular fashion without more notaries.
May I read that?
Especially in Chron'Cal.
Yes, yes. But waivers, that's just another day in the business. So, speed check 100. So, you now have 2 memory cores that you bought at a discount magic item shop.
Neat.
Hey,
I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but
Keanu Reeves could be on one of those.
Let's take it to Brody's mother and make sure
Yeah.
they're wiped
we'll
first.
do that.
All right. What else are you looking for?
Do you have any spell scrolls?
Probably. 1 second. She takes a moment to actually get down from her step ladder.
She's standing on a stool the whole
Still
time.
confused as to what this old lady looks like. She's been described as small as a gnome, but also a giant Goliath.
In my head,
And
I
on
keep
a stepladder, but
No, so she was possessing the gnome.
I picture
Still
a
very confused.
Daruger that actually is a Goliath, but really old.
at this point, I'm just picturing the blacksmith from Elden Ring.
Or
Okay,
Or
I can see that.
or she appears differently to all of us.
That's the worst thing. Is I think that's more likely true.
Yes, the Fae.
Not
Anyway,
Yeah,
She-
not again.
she grabs
Shop's not going to be here after we leave.
she grabs a couple tubes, puts them on top on the counter, and then makes her way back up.
Can I open them? Or are they
At
labeled?
your own risk.
Or backs up 2 steps.
I checked to make sure to see if the scrolls
I
are
just
labeled
pulled
on
my
the
shield
outside
and I
first.
walk up.
They are so thickly covered in dust that even if you were to
Scrape at it.
yeah, it's like gravel. Like it's that covered in dust. Like they've been sitting there for who knows how long. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure if I'm being
Okay.
honest.
This one is the scroll of world ending.
Oh, yeah, don't.
This one is the scroll of Hamlet ending. This one is the scroll of Ham ending. And this
That
one,
would be useful for you.
and this one, oh,
But I like him.
it makes a cup never fill up.
Never
Wait.
fill up.
Wait,
huh?
wait, wait. Like, can be filled forever with certain liquids?
It can never be filled, which also means it can never be emptied.
How does the world end?
Very
With
carefully.
that scroll.
Yes, but does it end and no?
You're
You know
not
what? Never mind.
We're still trying to figure out the last time it was cast.
Do you happen to
It
have
was cast before?
Yes. 4 days ago.
actually no that tracks. That tracks.
Maybe everyone from Chron'Cal is just like this. Maybe Wilfred wasn't that weird.
How about feather
A lot of us were in the great explosion of 87.
And
87
how many years
what?
ago was that?
I actually don't know.
87 what?
Years.
The explosion took 87 years?
It's a really
Yes.
slow explosion.
Stop asking it time questions.
That's very rude to
say
call her
it's still
an idiot.
exploding to this day.
The explosion's just outside the walls now, so nobody's bothered by it.
Oh, that factory's been exploding since 1942.
It's still exploding?
You can hear it a couple more years. I mean, there is a hole in Russia that caught on fire and is still on fire. Like,
That's
was it 50
true.
years later?
Yeah,
That is
just over like a
accurate.
gas pipeline or something that's still leaking or
Natural, it
whatever.
was a natural gas cave or something like
Yep,
that.
that's it. Yeah.
Man,
There's a
imagine.
town in America where it was a charcoal.
That's right.
mine
Coal,
town.
yeah.
It's
Oh, it's- yeah, it's
town,
still on
and
fire.
It's set on fire. It's still
The
on
whole
fire.
cave.
Yep.
So back to the scroll about filling liquids.
Not
Never filling liquids.
Oh.
You would not want this.
Oh.
Yeah, because if you put grog in a cup, you never get the grog out of the cup.
Oh. Never mind.
How about feather
It's the opposite of
falling?
what I wanted.
1 second. She actually just leans down. You hear like a million pops. She goes, I have this one.
Is it really tiny?
Yes.
I gingerly pick it up and try to read it to see if it
That
is
was
actually feather
A
falling.
fairy made that one. I'm sorry, they don't like being called fairies. The fae made that one. It is.
Does it feel dirty? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it doesn't. It's just a tiny scroll. You like are squinting.
Can I even read it to be able to get
a pixie definitely made this scroll.
to be able to make sure that I can actually make use of this?
From what you can tell, it is in fact some form of featherfall, but that's because it just says featherfall in common.
Oh, so I don't even know what language this is written in.
You can read it and you are able to figure out that is in fact something that is magically related, but it just in common says featherfall.
Got it.
From my understanding, a lot of magical writing takes time to read because it's specifically complicated to make it hard.
Sure, I'm just trying to. All I was trying to do is identify that this is indeed feather
Is
falling.
Faye Sylvan?
It says it's featherfall.
Is Faye Sylvan? Or no?
No,
Okay.
I'm looking for something.
not necessarily.
While you read your scroll, do you have any artifacts of Rockty?
What's a Varokti?
That answers my question.
Now that doesn't mean I don't have it. I just don't know what a Varokti is.
Well, she's an elder
I have
goddess.
I have an artifact of Rookti, but that doesn't sound like Rayokti. He's very mean.
She's an elder goddess of I Ching.
So is Rookti.
She's pronouncing your person's name wrong.
No, different person.
I stand corrected.
And cooking.
Can you tell us about this bro Octi?
Oh, Rookti. Oh, he's so mean. He just likes to take stuff. That's all he does. Take stuff. That he still owes me 700 gold.
Is he your neighbor?
Is this a person?
No. It's definitely some sort of eldritch being.
You know,
Anyway,
I think I was right earlier about the mispronouncing of names.
Are we having a fever dream because of the mushrooms we ate earlier?
I was about to ask.
Well, no, 'cause
you
it
ate
seems
those
to be
mushrooms
fine.
last week. I mean,
How did you know?
so anyway, I have this other scroll.
Uh-huh.
Poof! You all forget that she said anything.
What?
What's the other scroll about?
Hey,
I actually don't remember.
what a neat store.
We were doing something like 10 seconds ago, but then I forgot.
Where did I get this box from?
You've had that box all along.
Yeah.
60 gold. Here's a receipt.
Pay the lady. Or, I'm sorry.
Also, here's a copy of the contract you signed.
Oh. What did I agree
Let
to?
me read that.
It's just the standard.
Just terms and conditions.
It's a waiver.
Waiver. Got it.
It's just your waiver.
Ah, okay.
No, that's yours. You'll need that.
It's like the carbon copy.
Yes.
How much for the scroll of what I assume is feather falling?
Let's see. That much diamond. That will be a whopping 10 gold.
Whatever, it's worth the gamble. I give her 10 gold.
Okay.
Do you have any magical cooking utensils or anything involved with cooking
Oh, I had plenty of those.
that is easily
It's down,
carryable?
it's down in aisle 87.
There are
Beer.
aisles?
You all look to your right and you realize it's a fucking warehouse. It's not a shop, it's a warehouse. You all just never looked.
Oh, it's a lot bigger on the inside.
Yes, you can thank the gnome for that one. Not Wilford, though. Not Wilford.
Wait, what?
Everyone knows a Wilford, and every time they think of magic, they think it's Wilford's fault. It wasn't Wilford's fault this time.
Was it Wolford's fault? Or Wilfred's fault?
No,
Winifred's fault?
they're pretty harmless.
What about-
No, Winifred hasn't been seen since I don't know.
Was it Stephanie?
The explosion of
No, we don't bring up Stephanie. She broke my heart.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna go lay down. I can't do this. Gordon just walks out. He's done. This is too much for him.
Do you have any items that would help
You want
with
to check out the
sneaky?
cooking
Being
utensils?
sneaky.
No.
Want to
No,
go to McDonald's?
I'll be
Get a
outside.
Happy Meal?
What's a McDonald's?
There's a meal that can
Yeah.
just make you happy.
There's the McHenrys.
It's Whack Arnold's.
What do you have to say for different items that will help you with sneakiness? What specifically?
I don't know, actually.
Perfect.
What do you have?
Well, I have these. She hands you little spectacles. These help.
And what do they do?
They make you harder to see.
Or to see her.
They
If
make-
they can't see, if you can't see them, they can't see you.
That would be amazing if there was actually a magical item that was a really crappy pair of glasses that really did that. It gave you like disadvantage on all like perception checks, but made it like disadvantage for all perception checks to see
It
you.
would be interesting now, wouldn't it?
However, I don't. I wonder if that's the case
I
here.
feel like that's a bad idea to put on these random glasses, but
Just don't ask for Bruce.
You'd probably have to-
blindness
Distract,
speed.
maybe, you know.
I also have these smoke bombs.
ooh, smoke bombs.
When you throw them on the ground, it causes a poof of smoke everywhere, except where you are.
Like the whole world?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
It's a reverse smoke bomb. It hides everybody else.
Do it. Oh my God,
let's do
do
it.
it.
Yeah, how
Piss
much for the
everyone
smoke
off.
bombs?
Each smoke bomb is 100 gold.
I'll take 5.
Okay. Here, sign this waiver, please.
Wait.
God.
Do you really need 5 of those?
Yes.
Discount plate mail?
Technically, yes.
What do you mean?
Depends on who's asking.
What do you mean technically?
Well,
Do you mind if I have my friend look over this waiver?
here, which one?
He can't.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one, it's actually a bit bigger.
It's just written in crayon.
Tome.
She goes, well, yes, that's only in aisle, oh, what is it? 20-Z? Give me one moment. She gets down from her thing and you kind of see her go down a random aisle.
You know what? I think
Take a
I'll
while.
only take
She comes back behind the counter.
Oh my.
I'll only take one.
She's like carrying a big bundle. You can actually see like, well, she is very old. Like her muscles are bulging. Well, I have this one.
Oh my. Does it do anything special? Is it magic?
It's magical, all right.
What does it do?
Well, it can make you fly, but you can never walk.
Interesting.
Ever again.
Oh.
I'm gonna need some more detail on that.
Well, something happens, and well, your legs stop working.
Does Brody have an identifier?
I do.
Okay, that would be
Even if you take it off, your legs just don't work anymore.
you just float everywhere.
You just have floppy legs everywhere.
Oh,
So,
I'll think about it.
so like, do you just float?
Pretty much.
Actually, just
So as long
Like a jellyfish, just like the upper body's totally
Yeah.
fine and the lower body just.
as no one to cast dispel magic anywhere, because then you just go.
So even if I go to a new set of armor, my legs won't work?
Correct. Your legs no longer work ever again.
It's not worth it.
I don't think that's worth it.
Maybe not to you, but if you didn't have legs that didn't work to begin with, then it's really good.
That's a fair point. If I ever lose my legs, I'll be back.
I have a hammer that can help with that.
What's the hammer do?
It's a hammer of leg breaking. It only breaks legs.
So my legs have what's it do?
It breaks legs.
Okay.
Any hammer breaks legs, they'll take it.
Orin actually walks back in. I actually thought of something I might want.
The hammer of leg breaking.
You take over. I need 5. Ziggot walks past you.
So at one point, I may or may not have signed a magical contract, and I didn't read it. I'm kind of curious what was in that. Is there any way of copying out what was on it so I can read it?
Which contract are you talking about?
Rockty.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Well,
That.
I am not a expert in any means. You should definitely talk to a magical lawyer on that.
I don't have a copy of it. I was hoping you have something.
I mean, I do have several magical contracts that you could look at, but I am not a professional by any means.
Do you know where a magical lawyer is?
Yes, he's $2 down. Get lots of business from me.
I'll see you guys there in a bit.
I keep him on retainer.
And Orin walks.
And then he's lost forever. in
in the bureaucratic nightmare of arcane.
You signed
Contract
a contract with a
making.
cult?
No, not with the cult. His goddess. He's a warlock who signed a literal stack of contracts without reading.
Weren't we talking about how we might need to go on the ocean here soon? Like something was happening from the coast.
I don't know.
I get really seasick.
I think I
You
remember
start
us
crying
talking
about it.
about the ocean.
Get a little bit of airflow in here.
Yeah, I was starting to sweat. I thought it was just from laughing.
Just
Oh my.
the hammer of like breaking.
We could have used that against the person with 30 legs.
No, it would have taken too long.
That's right.
The
I'd take a
Abishai,
shitty
though.
route.
The Abishai.
All right, I also have this hammer of leg healing.
Hey!
It can actually heal more than legs. I just like calling it the hammer of leg healing.
Ooh.
Well, how much is that?
Oh, this is 50 gold.
Is it a two-handed hammer or a?
It's a two-handed sledgehammer.
It's a ball. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my god. just
That would be
one
nice to have.
D8
I'll take that for
damage
50
and
gold.
heals
Okay,
one
would you like to know exactly what it does?
Yes, please.
Okay, if you hit someone with it, it heals them.
All right. For the amount of damage that it does?
Yes.
That's actually pretty
That's
good.
actually-
It's actually for
I
you.
kind of like that. That's not too
That would
bad.
give us a second.
But-
I bet it also hurts them the same amount.
Does it?
Yes. If you hit them for 16, it heals them for 16.
I knew it.
So it does the damage, but it heals back.
Yes.
So it is a net
Correct.
zero gain. Okay.
It'd
Wait,
be a good
wait.
torture
Does it
device.
deal damage first or heal first?
Deal damage first.
Torture device.
Can you control when the damage or when the healing happens?
It happens immediately afterwards.
So,
Never mind.
actually, it is useful. If they're at 0.
So it would knock them down, and then they'd get healed for that much.
Exactly.
They'd have to make a death save first, and then they get healed.
But where it could be helpful is if they're very, very, very low at death's door. If you brain them with it, they might come back even stronger.
Like
I don't think I believe you. I'll pass on that one too.
Okay.
How about a ring of water walking?
I have technically yes, I have this
Why technically yes?
because when you put it on, you do in fact walk on water, just on the other side of the water.
Upside down.
So I would be like on the surface of the water, but underneath the water.
Correct.
That's
Upside
better than sinking.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah, for me, that's actually not bad. I
Yeah,
can
for-
work with that.
hold on,
here.
but hold on though. Do you have to hold your breath while using it?
I don't breathe.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't.
You would.
No,
Oh,
I
for
would.
him. And,
Yeah.
For me, it kind of works.
That's
and
actually a
he's the
good
one
idea.
who really needs it because you
Yeah.
heavy.
If I ever fall off a ship or off a bridge, yeah.
And if you grappled somebody, then went into it, you
It's
just like
like-
under the water.
Let's go for a walk.
Or if we get thrown overboard, like tied in anger
All
to
of
us.
these are
How much
cursed
is-
items
how much
in
is
the
that?
best way.
200 gold.
Ring of underwater walking. 200 gold.
Underwater walking.
I'll do that. I'll take that.
That's
Does
fantastic.
it do anything else before we
No,
just
just
underside of
just
water?
that. Here's another contract.
I'll read this one.
It's the same exact.
It's just warning.
Yeah, it's just another waiver. This time it's calling out a ring of water walking.
Got it.
So
Underwater
he's got
walking?
a
Yes.
ring of underwater walking.
So you can walk on the surface of water, just
Underneath
underwater. So upside down.
So you won't sink.
He doesn't.
And that's
breathe, so it
perfect for you.
works.
For me, yeah, that works just fine.
All right, what else are we looking for?
I love this character.
I have this dagger.
I get the
Okay,
feeling
what's the
this
dagger
character
do?
is also going to show up in multiple locations in the same.
It's the
story.
dagger of soul shattering.
Does it
Okay.
scatter the soul of the user, or
Their shoes. Almost certainly their shoes.
Definitely their shoes.
if you go barefoot, you're
So
fine.
you stab them and their shoes explode?
Yes. No, not explodes. Shatters like glass.
And then
That
they're just
actually sounds really painful.
and then they're just walking around on
Oh, it's not actual. It doesn't turn into glass. It just shatters like glass.
Hey, Orin's not there. This
It'd be very uncomfortable.
She's talking. She's breaking the fourth wall. Holy shit!
It's a
It's me talking. This is not Orin.
It's done it several times already.
it's a discount magic item proprietor.
Yeah, these are all monkey paw
That's a
items.
Zach NPC. Of course, they're gonna break the fourth wall, and if there's a fifth wall, that one too. The
She
tome
can
of fifth wall
smell
shattering.
colors.
So what's that? Synesthesia or whatever?
Uh,
Or is that taste colors?
see colors. You can see.
That's it.
You, I'm sorry. You can.
I think I was gonna say see colors.
You can.
That's,
No, I'm.
I can
What's the-
I have the
I-
power to see colors.
I cannot recall exactly what
I
it
have
is.
the
It's something-
writer.
is it field color?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
What is it
Chat,
called?
look it up. What's
I
the,
have
what's
a computer right
synesthesia?
here.
Chat, look it up.
Send us
Your
the
chat.
Thanks,
Um,
Philip.
I don't know.
SYNTHESIA.
Sin plus anesthesia.
Yeah, synesthesia.
Something like that.
That one.
Yeah, that one. Production of a sense impression relating to one sense part of the body stimulated another sense by the part of the body.
Right, so,
So any
you can
one of
taste
those.
colors or
You taste,
see
smell,
sounds
see.
or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I can get that.
So yes.
So yes, dagger soul shattering.
Pass.
I also have this hanky.
That's my hanky.
No, it's not. It just looks exactly like your hanky.
I open up my bag. No, I actually still have mine. So wait, what's the hanky for?
It's just a hanky.
What do I have, like a boogie or something?
Yes, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a lot of dust here.
I'm sorry. Let me get that. Thank you. No.
Just a puff of wind for the dust. What would you recommend for a fellow like me?
Here's a hanky.
You got a boogie.
It looks like you cry a lot.
This is just a hanky then.
It's the same exact hanky he just blew his boogies into.
Does it dance?
Not until you put a boogie in it.
Actually, it's a soul-bound hanky, so when you blow your snot into it,
You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Oh,
She just actually rolled a die.
wait, where did you get those dice?
They're my dice.
It's the die.
You can't have them.
Damage.
But the die dealt damage?
Yes.
Do you have any more?
Yes.
They're dice that deal damage.
That seems crazy.
Don't do it. It only deals damage to you.
All I know is they just rolled some dice, and then I got a splitting headache.
She pulls out a little coffin. She opens it up. There's just a little polyhedral in there.
Ooh.
Shiny click clack.
Shiny click clack.
This is where the addiction starts.
It looks solid white. It is 10-sided.
So I grab it. So
No.
Okay. So how does it work?
Well, you have a target, and you go, I roll it. And then deals some number of damage.
How much?
Well, between 0 and, I don't know, some damage? I don't know.
Price.
Could have been. That was kind of a vague question. Yes, but how much does it cost?
For this one, it's 300 gold.
Ooh, that's a little too rich for my blood.
Especially since you spent all of your money on smoke bombs.
I only
that
got one.
smoke everywhere
No,
but you.
No, I only got one.
Okay, you did only get
I
one.
only
Okay,
got one.
you said 5 earlier. Okay, so
I did, and then I remembered that I don't have enough money to buy 5 and
You
still
were
have
just-
money left over.
yeah,
I got caught up in the moment.
you have 540 gold minus 100, so you're down to 440 roughly. Because he just gave everyone 550.
I know, but I had money before then.
Fair. That was just going off of that amount.
Yes.
Yeah. It was because he took 300, so it was 2,700 split between 5 people. It was 540.
Yeah. And I had money before that. So. I'm interested in that dice.
Is there possibly armor similar to mine that does not crank really loud?
Maybe. One moment. She gets back down. She goes into the same aisle that she got your armor from.
You're not gonna like it.
I'm probably not, but it's worth a shot.
She actually takes the armor that you didn't want with her. She comes back behind the counter. Again, from nowhere. Alright, I have
Jeez.
I have this. It's a pair of boots. The boots of sneaking.
They probably make you go deaf or something.
What's the downside?
Everyone else makes a lot of noise
Ooh.
around you.
Oh.
It's amplified.
It has speakers on them.
But you no longer make noise. At all. Ever again.
I'm good.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. So he becomes mute?
Only while wearing them. It's not like the loop. It's not like the legless armor.
Oh.
I was gonna
Are
say,
there any decks of cards laying around?
No.
oh, no.
I have a single card, but you don't want it.
It's the card of one thing. It's the deck of many things.
It just, when you play it, it produces a deck of many things.
Yes.
somebody drew every card except for the last one and survived all of it. Good luck with that last one.
They're still being haunted by the revenant. They just didn't pull the one. They just didn't pull the void.
Well, that makes
That's the only one they didn't pull.
2 of us.
I didn't say. Smoke bomb!
That seems cool.
No, don't do it.
I feel like with this conversation we're going to need to have later.
Oh my
What
god.
about
The
a
world covered in
possibly
smoke.
For a day. It's a smoke bomb. It literally covers it for a full day, not just like a second.
would you possibly have a ring that could increase my armor?
You're going too specific, man. You're gonna get burned.
He leaned off to the right. You hear a million pops again. He pulls out a small ring case. I have this one.
Mm-hmm.
It will increase. It will make things harder to hit you. However, there is always a downside.
Yeah.
There's a price for magic. I don't know the price for this one, no. In terms of like what it will cost you in terms of physical / mental / emotional / sexual pain.
Oh. Yeah, that's definitely...
But it will help. For all intents and purposes, it's a +2 ring to AC.
It has to be worn.
Can you identify those just to
But
see what
if
the
it
downside
does hit you, it
is?
probably crits or some shit.
She sets it down on the snot hanky.
The soulbound snot hank.
I guess I will cast identify on it,
I just need to know if it has a downside.
What the
Of course it
downside
does.
is.
but I'm going to make sure that I target the ring
Sure.
and not the hanky.
That's fine.
Spin a spell slot.
Okay. It is in fact a
Slice open my arteries to cast it. No.
It is, in fact, a ring of increased armor, something along those lines. From what you can tell, it is a cursed object. The downside is, for all intents and purposes, is a -1 to every single saving throw.
Oh wow,
For a +2 to AC.
Yes.
That's not.
Every single
it's
saving
horrible.
throw.
I don't know that I would. I don't know that I would make that trade off.
Permanently or while you're wearing
While you... For what you would know, while you're wearing it, from what you figure out only while you're wearing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's a permanent effect, but it does require an attunement.
Like the armor of crippling.
Yes. Armor of flying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Fourth
it'll
wall.
be hard for people to hit you, but you won't be able to dodge, run, lift, think very well while wearing it.
By the way, it's not 2 of the scores; it's only the saving throws.
Right, yeah.
So it,
Yeah, just like so the strength index.
Yes. Yes. Just so that is specifically called out.
I think.
Just putting out there, like the terms
Yes.
of the flavor of.
Yeah, I think
Right.
that will probably level out my character since my stats were crazy from when I transferred from my previous character.
Have fun.
Yeah. You know, I'll take it.
That is 500 gold.
Jesus. Would you take 50?
No.
5?
No.
Speech credit. 0.
You know, for someone that's bad at negotiating, you're bad at. From someone that's bad at negotiating, you're bad at.
Sir, you are an expert negotiator, as it says on your character sheet.
I have the card and everything. See, I whip out this card.
I don't have 500.
It's a magical item.
You don't have
Requires attunement.
I
The
only
card
have
that says you're-
345.
the card that says he's a master negotiator is
I'm
like
keeping the
a
300
magically attuned item with no benefits.
That's nuts.
But it's shiny.
But it's shiny.
But it's shiny. See, and I wave it around so it, like
Woo!
reflects the light.
Okay.
Now, what do we get Brody? What's Brody looking at?
He's still looking at the pieces of paper, documents.
You know what? I think he missed
To be
the
fair,
session, man.
I don't think
He's
Brody
gotta
needs
miss
anything
this
from
until
here.
next time. The next city we go in and we
We
inevitably
can give him
find
a
him.
fun curse.
You have no idea where Brody is.
Damn it.
He's probably off helping me.
No, he's not with you.
Uh,
You have no idea where Brody
family
is.
issues. Gotcha.
He's in the pink gooseberry.
He definitely came into the shop with you, though. Definitely came into the shop.
I'm gonna cast find item, Brody.
Well, that failed because he's not an item.
Items.
Okay, but he is a tool.
Ouch.
Okay.
She picks up her dice. I like that one.
I'm not even here.
What about any healing items besides the hammer?
Well, I have these potions.
Oh, geez,
Oh,
what are the downsides?
No, so
Did you say I took 10 damage?
Yes,
Points
10
of
psychic damage.
So that's 14 total.
I think that 4 was a different day.
You said
So I'm
it-
at 13 health right now because we had a long rest.
Okay.
Nice. So the
You're at
potions.
full health if we took a long rest.
Minus the 10 points. that I just-
So they look very similar to healing potions. Slightly different shades than what you're used to.
it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it.
You only have 23 HP.
I have 21.
Did you?
Roll your next HP level up?
That's a good call. I
Okay,
probably
you
not
you.
played-
I don't think you did.
No, I think I did. I just forgot to print out my new character sheet because
Yep,
I
yep.
wanted to print out the new sheet when we leveled up, but I never did.
Sure.
Yeah, because this is a level 4.
So what is
Uh,
the
Okay,
shade
I
entail?
have 31.
I'm sorry.
What is the
That's
different
not
shade
more.
entail?
That's my
of,
basic.
There's different shades.
Oh, so they each do something different.
You don't know.
Oh dear. That's kind of interesting. It's like Russian roulette, but with health potions.
Gio, just it's not worth
Assuming
it.
they're
man.
health potions.
Assuming they're health potions.
It's not worth it.
No.
Unless you get a
Can
smoke
I
bomb.
recognize any
That's
of them? Or are
worth
they?
it.
Do
Without
a do an intelligence check. Without proficiency, just an intelligence check.
Ah, there it is. It's a 5.
You have no
I
idea.
have no idea. That's probably a safe call not to take those. All right.
She grabs the little holder and puts it back underneath the counter. Are we looking for anything else?
Do you have any items that help you see in the dark?
I do.
Can we see them?
Yes.
Like now?
Oh, yes, of course. She hops down, goes a little bit down the counter, pulls out another box. This one's a fairly small one. Puts it up there, opens it up. Just a pair of goggles. These are goggles.
What? Okay. So what's the downside?
I don't see any downside with these items. They're all upside.
I literally
It's all a
go
matter
on
of
the
skill.
downside.
I'm sorry?
I literally go on the downside of the water.
That's not a downside for you.
So what is
Silver linings.
so what do the goggles do? I'm interested.
They do nothing.
Yeah, 3 of us at the table are like,
What do these goggles do?
And it was just like, I'm out. I've got a lawyer to see.
They do nothing.
They, when you put them on, causes them to light up.
Blinded by the light, maybe?
It shines in both directions.
Blinded by the light.
so it casts a light spell.
Yes.
That's actually.
One from each goggle.
Do they have to be
terrible.
over your eyes? Because they don't have to be over your eyes.
They
You just
do.
wear them around your forehead. Oh, well.
So you're
There goes that.
blinded.
And they always know if you don't have eyes, well, then they don't work.
Fair enough.
I mean, my eyes are technically light.
Everyone
Mine
else
too.
could see, just not the person with the goggles on.
It's like the boots.
Kind of like when you cast Identify Magic in a magic shop.
Actually, those boots
Detect
are looking
magic.
kind of tempting now.
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody can cast light in this as a cantrip.
I can.
Yeah, I don't think we need that
I
one.
can as well. It's a race feature.
Y'all have fun.
Okay.
I think it's time for me to find something else.
There is also a cloak.
What's the cloak do?
It billows.
How much?
Well, I don't know anybody who would want that, so I'm gonna pass.
How much?
It costs 5 gold.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Wait.
It billows, but
Well,
what?
well, hold on. What else does it do?
It billows.
Nothing else.
And as far as I'm aware, just billows.
I'll take it.
Okay.
That was just to fuck with me, and I appreciate that. That was well done, sir.
Hey, look, he's billowing.
Downside is it costs an action to make it billow.
You know
Bonus
what?
action. It's a bonus action.
No,
it's
this one is
Is
an
it
action.
Oh, well.
That's why it's 5 gold, not 50.
No, the cloak of billowing, it takes an action for
Oh,
you
does
to make
it?
it billow. I swear.
She hands you the folded up
I
package.
think it'd be
hands
funny
it
if
over
it
to you.
was normally
Please sign
as
this
a
as well.
bonus action.
This one's an action.
Just this one, it's an
Is this
action.
bound to me if I sign it? What if
It's a waiver. It's a waiver saying that you, if anything were to happen to you due to the magical item, I am not responsible.
Anybody want to go get Orin?
I think he's talking to a lawyer.
He is.
I look over. Is it the same thing that I've already signed?
It's the same exact thing.
It's the same thing I signed.
Yeah,
You're
it's
fine.
Perfect.
Oh, it is a bonus action.
So this one would be an action.
Yeah, this one should be an action.
No, it's a ritual cast. Cast takes an hour.
6 and
So you now have a cloak of billowing.
you have to ritual cast.
But if I don't cast anything, it's just a cloak.
It's just a cloak.
Well,
But it looks cool.
it's up to him what it actually is. This is just suggestions.
I know exactly what it does.
Hey,
It's a
Orin,
mimic.
No, you're screwed.
Cloak mimic.
Every time you use it, here's a bill. It's another 5 gold.
Billowing.
I haven't put it on yet.
That is a better idea. I wish I had thought of that. But I'm not going to change what it does just because I like the pun. Play on words. More of a play on words, I suppose.
Reminds me of
That's what a
band.
pun is.
So every
To me,
time
they're different things, slightly different things.
so it costs 5 gold every time you want to. Every time you want to just stand there and look like and do the superhero pose with the billows.
It just eats 5 gold.
Except that's not what it is. 'Cause he said that.
Like a little coin slot pops out of the collar.
And so 5 gold, billow.
I love that.
Oh my
You
god.
just get another bill in the mail. All right. Anyway,
pops out the other side.
Just jams every time.
Take your
too.
tape machine.
God, we have spent
all right. So,
so long on this.
is there anything else you all need?
Yes, but I don't think we'll find it here.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about the shoes now, how much those
Oh,
cost.
God,
Because
yeah.
that's a good, we're over here, but we're not over here.
Except for we all make a ton of noise. So yes, we are over there.
Around
You're the only
me.
sneaky one.
Around me, so I go create
No, no, no.
distraction.
I think it's literally
Literally everybody.
but you.
Really?
Just yes, it is really useless.
Okay.
Do not even ask.
I misread.
It's like that.
I would say every,
Exactly like the hammer of leg healing.
every one of these items is actually useless or worse than useless, but we're still buying them.
Except
anyway.
in very specific
Right.
circumstances.
like if
Hey,
I want to cast a cloud.
I have
on
a
the
scroll
rest
of
the planet.
Featherfall. I'm sure it does exactly what the name says.
A feather falls out of it.
No, exactly.
That or it turns you into a feather.
No. Well,
Or
maybe.
feathers fall on you. A ton of them.
I
A
didn't-
literal ton of feathers.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
But would
You
you
turn
rather?
into a chicken. and
But would
then
you rather have a ton of feathers or a ton of coal fall?
Yes.
Yes.
I actually rather have a ton of feathers, I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah. They weigh the same, but they don't impact the same.
Exactly.
But look at the
The
feathers.
feathers will but
But the
Special-
stone weighs
yeah.
more. Anyway, so what else would you all like to do here within
Leave.
Magical Discount Shop?
Leave.
See you again.
Maybe.
Again.
sounds like a
No, I'm
threat.
just kidding, yeah.
Are you still able to identify magic?
Yeah,
I have 3 more spell slots.
It lasts for a minute, I think, though.
No,
No?
it's just per item.
You wanna?
It takes a minute to cast.
Oh,
You wanna see if the how screwed I got from my billowing cape?
Would you like to cast Identify on it?
Sure. I'm assuming we're going to take a rest before we get into any sort of combat. Why not blow all my spell slots?
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
What's it do?
It's a Cloak of Billowing.
This one might actually be legit.
Still nervous to put it on.
I mean, I would be too, but as far as I can tell,
do it now before. thinking
Does it even
later.
require attunement? I don't think they do they?
I have no idea.
I can find out.
Yeah.
This one does.
I think
Yeah,
this one.
this one
I think this one is is classified as a minor magical item because it doesn't do anything.
No attunement necessary.
For
It
a
just
for a
does.
standard Cloak of Billowing, yes.
Like I said, does this one require attunement? Because I would know that from Identify, wouldn't I?
It does.
Oh, yeah, no, it requires attunement, so that shouldn't be a problem for you right now.
Oh my.
It's not making me feel any more comfortable.
Well, okay, so basically here's how this works. Every soul has a limit
I'll attune them.
to the number of magical
Okay.
items that can be bound to your soul. Normally, a Cloak of Billowing does not require that strain on your soul because it's so simple. This one does.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
If you don't have any other magic items, it literally doesn't matter. But if you have others that you would want to
I have to
use,
tie it to my soul.
From what you can tell, it
I won't want a
It's-
wavy cloak that badly.
it's just a
from what-
tuning. It's not
from
that
what you
big a
can
deal.
tell, it's a fairly harmless item. You don't sense anything malicious within the malicious within the enchantment.
Sure. I'm just trying to explain, like,
No,
in
that's-
game,
no, that's fair.
in lore, like, what
Yeah.
that would be. That hammer of Felix's. Which soul attuned to that? Felix's or mine?
Felix's.
Okay, good. I just need to clarify.
Yeah, what the hell? Put the cloak of billowing on.
Perfect. You take some time. You attune to it. You attune to yours just fine.
While we're shopping, I would like to find an enduring spellbook.
An enduring spell book.
Yeah,
we
one that
all-
can't be burnt or soaked in water.
But we've already left.
Not at that shop, but there are other magical shops within this town.
Okay.
We have found them.
Ones that are not crazy.
Okay. Let me do some research real
So
quick.
does it just start billowing like immediately? Then?
Nope. Right now, just a cloak.
You have
Yeah,
to
focus on it.
you have to ritual cast it, so 10 minutes.
It's a concentration.
No.
All you have to do is
I'm making that up.
all you have to do
Bonus action.
It's not a ritual cast. It's a bonus.
all you have to do is essentially activate the ability.
Outside of
You just
combat
gotta
too?
think.
Yeah, in or out, yeah.
Yep. Just all you have to do is really think billow while focusing on the cloak.
I need more drama. Very good.
You are the drama.
Would you like to activate the cloak?
And Trinic was there with a billowing cloak.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Just standing
You
in an
activate.
standing in an alleyway and
You
the cloak is
you activate billow. It billows in the opposite direction.
into my face.
Yeah. It's just all up in your face,
Oh come on! Oh no! This is
and then it stops.
No capes.
Beautiful.
Maybe you put it on backwards.
well. Let me take it off, flip it around, and put it back on.
bib.
I wanted to. All right, now this time, I want you to billow, but away from me. So I look.
It billows towards you again.
Look like I'm flying. Like, oh God! Come on! This is the worst time ever.
And then it stops.
I feel like we should get stuff for gag gifts to give to other people.
I mean,
I was saying we should get something for Brody.
That was my intent originally,
No,
but
DM
then
took
when I
them
found
away.
out that it had to be soul bound
Well,
to
we
me,
can get him
you
the
can
cloak of
unsoul bind it.
billowing.
You don't.
Attunement
Brody's
isn't
missing
truly
still,
soulbound.
but that's nothing new at
I'm
this point.
sure he's fine.
he'll turn up.
He's eternal.
And get more coffee real quick. You guys continue on.
Maybe
I'm
it's,
still
maybe,
waiting for the lawyer.
Maybe it's broken. Can you help me? This thing seems to be.
No,
going-
that's it functioning as intended.
it is.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lawyer.
Yeah, you look really cool.
I'm seeing a lawyer
It's
because
always
I realized
going to
maybe I
blow
should actually read
Up in my
that.
face like that.
It is a shame that
It's
have
too
to be
late.
attuned
I'd like to at least
Like
know.
carved onto your skin.
because if
No.
Okay.
you
I could
placed it
read
on
it then.
somebody else,
But if it was carved into his
Try
skin,
throwing it
it would
and then
be
activating it.
like his
Can-
entire
Can I?
skin.
What about if I
Would be
like hold it and then like throw it back, like I'm jumping and flying. Let me try that.
Okay.
Hold on. And ready? 1, 2. Throw it back.
You throw it back. You activate the billow. It comes right back at you. Hits the back of your face. Your face is just covered in tape now, like in Doctor Strange.
I'm fighting my cape now.
there could be some use to this.
Really? Please do tell.
You see people looking at the alleyway, just going, "The fuck?" And then they look at the discount and go, "Oh."
If you could get somebody else to attune to it, like use it as like a gift or whatever. Of course, I don't know who would attune to a cloak of billowing, but
Yeah, really, I don't know who would. Because they're going to see this crap and be like, no thanks. I want no part of that. Let the pirate have the fun cape. Sure.
or if there's something you just don't want to look at and your hands are full.
Like what?
Look, we have seen some scary freaking creatures. All I'm saying is some of those are so horrifying that looking at them causes like fear that you cannot like maintain. If you just billow, you don't have to look at it.
I guess that's fair. That's a fair point.
Bonus section billow.
Be careful, you're gonna hurt yourself with that stretch.
What?
Orin, you find yourself during this whole time, in game, you have been waiting this
Just
long
place this smoke
think-
around your face. It blows it
to
away
speak with
with its
Henry,
flapping.
to speak with Henry. What did I call him? Springbottom.
Toes. Oh.
Henry Springbottom.
He's just waiting.
No, it's fine. I'm aware. The receptionist goes, "Oh, right. He is ready to see you now.
Oh, thank you.
Just go into that door."
Will do.
You go into the door behind the large desk. You see a halfling. What can I do for you?
So I might have signed a contract, but I didn't actually read it before I did. I was wondering, and I don't have a copy of it. I was wondering if you could get a copy.
He looks like he's like processing a lot right now.
Well, it was with my goddess, so I didn't think anything of it at the time. Really, I'm just curious now.
Which being?
Rakti, goddess of cooking and devouring.
One moment. They hop down from their desk. They go to one of their bookshelves, pulls out a book, closes it, brings it with him, sets it down. All right, Virakti, eldritch being of hunger and gluttony.
And cooking.
Sure, that goes in that same bucket. Do you have anything tied to them?
Spoon. Yeah.
Was that just a gift, or is that something that's tied directly to your eldritch being?
Well, that was a gift. If you want something tied directly to it, the shadow cloak comes out. Few mouths open up for a second, then close back down.
Not quite. That looks more like a magical ability. You should cook and give a cookbook.
Oh, yeah. Put that down.
Perfect. May I?
Of course. There you
They
go.
pull it towards them. Open it up.
Screams.
He's just nothing.
The book screams.
Every time.
No, exactly. Just nothing from.
I don't
Very
think it.
lawyer.
Yes.
I don't think it's screamed
It's just
before.
another-
He must not like you.
I'm a lawyer. Most things don't.
I think you're fine.
Every time you turn the pages, it just
You haven't
it's
got my
top layer
bill
of his
yet.
Skin or something.
You haven't told me what your bill is.
We'll see. Right now, the retainer is 10 gold, but that's just for me to see you. No advice.
That's fair.
He's flipping through it. Okay. He closes it. Well, I'm going to have to contact this eldritch being in some capacity. Unfortunately, I can't just contact it through you. I have to send them official documents for them to appear to me. And as an eldritch being that had you sign a contract, it's even more difficult because I'm willing to bet they have a lawyer.
Eldritch lawyer.
Eldritch lawyers.
I mean, I could just.
Are not
I
all
don't
lawyers
know how to
eldritch?
contact her. I would just ask for a copy because I'm just curious. It's not like I want to debate anything with it.
Yet.
True. It's very much a yet.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, sorry. I sometimes do that.
Okay.
It has to deal with the magic item shop.
Oh,
Yeah.
I walked right out of there.
Very, very wise. You didn't buy anything, did you?
No.
Good. Good.
Unfortunately, people I know did.
Okay. While I do represent her, I am still very leery against all of her wares. All of them. I don't know how she fit them all in there. Anyway. So, I'm going to have to contact her, because I have to make sure I get the accurate contract. Because if you get it, you're most likely to get something that only you can read. I have to get something that is actually it written out. So, in order for me to do all this, and for me to actually review it and see what exactly you are into, I will need 100 gold.
Yeah, okay.
And I may require more, and that is 100 gold on retainer. If more is required, you will be notified before any findings are presented.
Sounds reasonable to me. There you go.
Perfect. He sets it off to the side. Now this right here, he's putting it forward. This is a contract between you and me. It's a fairly basic contract. I would advise you to, if you have any friends who are who understand contracts or can look this over, definitely do that, because if you're here looking for contracts, we want multiple points of view. This is just a fairly basic client confidentiality. Anything will stay between us.
And in this particular one, he actually does take the time to read every line.
It's luckily a very basic confidentiality agreement. He won't share anything, but if you share anything, that you do that on your own accord. Beyond that, it's pretty cut and dry. No real issues with this. This guy had dealt with enough contracts that he tries not to fuck with people, put people low with contracts.
No, I actually like what you did with this contract.
Perfect.
Normally I would have read, but I kind of worship Procty, so it was just nice seeing her.
Perfect.
Signs the contract.
Perfect. He signs it as well. sets it off to the side. You feel a magical pull on it as you are tied to it in some capacity. Very well. I will. Where are you staying? Where should I send contacts to?
You know, I actually forgot what the place is called. Something Gooseberry.
The Pink Gooseberry.
Yeah, that.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll let you know once we find something.
Okay.
Once the contract comes in.
Do we have a time frame?
No.
I figured.
It all depends. Eldritch beings are prideful, so they respond within their own time frame.
You know, as gods should.
Eldritch being, but sure. He guides you to the door, opens it up. Have a good day.
You too. Walks out.
You exit the office, and in the alleyway off to your right, you can hear cursing at something about a cape and cursing.
Stupid freaking cape! I can't believe it. Oh,
Hi guys. You guys done, fucking about with obviously curse shit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh sure.
Obviously,
now-
cursed stuff is
Oh
kind
sure.
of
Now
fun.
you
though.
tell me it's cursed.
Why do you think I just left?
Listen,
You-
You've
by
been
the way,
talking to an attorney
you would know
about
it's
your
not cursed.
agreement with your
Oh no,
Eldritch
it's
being?
not cursed.
Yeah, I was just curious about
See?
what that contract was.
Seems pretty cursed
I
to
just
me.
wanted.
It's not cursed.
have you tried putting
This is
It
not
was
cursed.
interesting
No,
It could be worse.
to see
Yes.
what I signed. I'm not really debating it.
it's just poorly
understandable.
designed.
I'll say.
The ring that
making me
he was considering was 100% cursed.
Yes. Your ring is cursed.
mean,
Your
it-
cloak is not.
It's
Yeah.
making me
Technically,
curse.
his ring is cursed. Technically,
It's a minor curse.
yes.
For you.
But I didn't examine
It's
his
not
ring.
even really a curse for me.
honestly probably give you advantage on stealth in water.
So if you try to do that on lava,
It's not
That's not
water,
water.
though.
That is specifically
I'm
not
pretty sure
water.
Water walking, I think, works on all
liquids.
liquids, but
Acid. Be very bad.
So, you know,
Don't try to.
a real ring of water walking, I think, would let you cross those safely.
Yes.
This one, not so much.
Okay. Okay.
Unless it does, it's just upside down still.
No.
So you all are in the
First,
alleyway. I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and make your way
Yes, the guy
towards.
needs to go to Chron'Cal Academy.
Sure.
I'll go
Alright.
with him. I'll just follow.
Yep.
Might as well go together.
Sounds good. You all make your way out of the alley. Brody missing, but that's honestly nothing new. He could have just left and y'all didn't notice.
Par for the course.
Yep. You all make your way up towards Chron'Cal. We'll go ahead and take a bit of an early break right now. Get a stretch in, especially after that whole ordeal
Oh, God.
within the magical discount item shop. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm going.
Exhausting.
Yes, chat. I'm going to throw this up there because I always feel crazy then. And everything's online. Welcome back.
Did you unmute?
Yeah, it is automatic, luckily. Alrighty, so we have just left Henry Springbottom's attorney office and magical item, the magical discount item shop, in which you did not ask the proprietor's name,
Then
but definitely a female
Bob.
Goliath.
It's Bob.
You all make your way up to the gates of Chron'Cal Academy. Steve the guard is there. Steve the elf guard.
Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hello.
No, not. And then like cape just go. No, hello, not pillow. Does it again?
Oh,
Should probably just take that off.
you brought that upon yourself. Got it.
Seriously,
Are you
just
hit?
take it off.
What can I do for you?
Oh, it's
We need to see Brody.
I haven't seen Brody.
Are his parents here?
They're definitely here. Yeah, I don't unless they went through a
Did
portal
he
or
get
whatever.
caught in a magical vortex in the magic shop?
I'm sure he'll be fine. We just need to do some things. We have some business on campus.
Opens the door.
Thanks, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one.
I will consider it.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're not my supervisor.
You don't pay my sub.
You make your way in. Make your way into the administrative offices. Are you just gonna go straight up to the reception area for Pararox Scarus?
Yeah. I guess we'll just go see his dad. He'd be the guy to talk to about storing the books and all that stuff here.
Sure.
Would it be him or the librarian?
Well, he's the head of the whole school, right? So we probably need to get his permission to even do this.
Oh, kind of makes sense, actually.
All right.
Let's see if they got smart enough to realize that. It's a 10.
Sure. You're like 50-50.
Probably should talk to the dean.
All right. So you all have to wait in reception because he's actually seeing someone right now. You only wait about 15 minutes. The door opens and you see a lanky gentleman dressed in all black. Think Cerberus Snape. He looks over at you all. He has like the classic evil look to him.
I love that.
And he glides forward for all intents and purposes to the exit of it, of the reception area. It's not a door. He leaves and actually goes to a door to the immediate right, which seems to be his office.
Man, he took an aesthetic and just went with it. I respect that.
Seems to have it a lot in this whole academy.
I think it's neat.
Did anyone want to see the name tag on the door?
Sure.
The name tag reads Dark Sepulchre Vladimir Cairn.
Yep, that. He went all in on that. His
Wait, what's
parents
the-
did too.
What's the
weirdly
name
enough.
of the innkeeper from Breckenridge?
Lord Shadow
Lord Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven, that's it.
Okay. No relation, I guess. Or maybe there is. Who knows?
Well, with a name
Maybe
like
they
that,
both
maybe.
just chose their own name.
Third cousin, twice removed.
Just go super into the aesthetic and just changed it.
I mean, people are weird in this world. I realize
Do a
that.
wisdom check.
This world?
Yes, like outside of the island,
14.
all of you are
They
weird.
look very familiar. Like, could be related in some capacity.
Well, anyway. Anywho.
The door does remain open to Scarus's office.
Walk over, lean my head in. Hello!
Paradox looks up. Hello. Can I help you?
Yes. We have a matter of some importance that we kind of need your help with.
Okay. Where's my son?
He's around somewhere.
Okay, that's probably actually the best description for him. He's around
He
somewhere.
disappeared in a cursed magic item shop
Oh, motherfucker.
in town.
Again.
I'm sure he was reading a book. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Sure.
I figured you should at least know the general area we
Which one?
last saw.
Which one? There's several.
I was in an alley.
That does not help
it's
at
just
in the
a
flesh.
Discount Bob's.
Okay,
Bob's
the discount is it Bob's discount or is it discount
I
Bob's?
think it was
Discount Bob.
Discount.
Bob's
Was it
discount.
Discount Bob?
It was
It's Discount
Is that
Bob's.
you giving it
I
a
thought it
name
was
or is that
Bob's
what it's actually called?
Bob's discount.
That's what I called it.
No, I think it was because it was Bob's discount magic items.
Right.
Right.
That's what I said it was.
Yeah.
Zach never confirmed.
It's
Intelligent.
Okay,
Correct.
can I actually know what it said?
Sure. If you'd like to know what it actually said, roll. Do an intelligence check.
20.
5.
It was definitely Bob's discount
I'm
magic
pretty sure
shop.
it was Bob's
It was
discount
it
magic
was
shop.
17.
magical discount item shop.
It was magical item discount shop,
Magical item discount shop or magical discount item shop.
as I said it.
Perfect.
Run by a gray Goliath.
Oh, that definitely narrows it down. He'll show up, maybe. As long as he doesn't end up in,
I'm sure he'll be fine.
as long as he doesn't end up in the double Z aisle.
So, long story short, I discovered a heresy.
Your heresy or some other god's heresy.
Some other god's heresy. Well, not even some other person's heresy.
Okay.
We went to the Church of Hieronymus over in
It was boy thing.
Abernath?
Abernath. I almost said Abernathy, and I was like, that can't be.
That would have been close enough.
It's like over in Abernath, and it turns out the priest there was summoning demons. So, yeah, that's a thing that happened. So anyway,
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So Church of Erroneous.
yes.
Yes.
Which religious leader?
This was
Conrad Weiss.
Weiss.
That name does not ring a bell, but I am not a religious man. But we'll get
I
back to.
think I asked you about the red-handed Hieronius followers last time I was here. He's their leader.
Okay, so a sect of some form.
Mm-hmm. And we believe he is the reason for the blood mold that has been appearing.
Okay, new information.
In fact, we have. And he takes
I'm
off
fairly
a
certain we-
giant backpack full of books and just
At this point,
has been a wait for weeks.
don't we know for sure he was it?
Yes,
I was gonna say because you said we think. I'm like I'm fairly certain we
that's
know
fair.
for sure.
That's fair. Yeah, we are like 99% sure.
Okay, sure.
So we confiscated these items, this giant stack of books and whatever else we took, and burned everything else. So I'm going to have to contact the Church of Hieronius to let them know that these are in a safe, secure place where they can pick them up. Can I store these in your library for the time being?
You have given me more to unpack. A lot more to unpack here.
I'm just here to help as I can.
Set the books over there. Is there anything else that aren't books that were, as you put it, confiscated?
Yes, but I think Brody has them.
Ah,
Yeah, he definitely took those.
dandy. Okay.
Well, we have. I mean,
He reaches into one of his drawers and just pulls out a cup of something.
Also, I need to send some letters. One to the Church of Hieronius and one back to the Shield. Is there a way I can... Is there like a magical messaging system in town? Or
Yes.
can I just go in with letters? And letters are fine. But...
There is there's one next door to Mandrake's. They should be able to help you out. It's just standard pony mail.
Very good. Should I just leave these here for now?
Yeah, just leave them there.
Alright.
I'll have a Dorian come up and look through them.
I'd be careful with them. They're very dangerous books, but Dorian is the skeleton man?
He's
Yes.
the Lich, yes.
Okay, he should be fine.
Memory course.
He won't know anything.
No, Brody's mother.
Yeah, I know. That's on the list.
Okay, just didn't know.
So
We're in one conversation.
let's go ahead and start unpacking some of this. So one thing I want to discuss: you burned down the church.
Had to be done.
Did it?
Actually, I
Yes,
feel like
for-
it did.
considering how much money that the Church of Hieronius paid to have the church rebuilt,
So, from what I could tell, there was so much blood magic permeating that entire thing that anything that you tried to repurpose it for would have been incredibly haunted.
It would have.
That's
been
not really how
corrupted
blood
for
magic works.
generations.
blood
it's
magic
a-
doesn't haunt things.
Hold on.
Cleansed.
Blood magic is a myth.
No, it's not.
Why do you say that?
Let's get to that in a moment.
Okay.
So
You can actually like see a vein bulging on his forehead.
It was also to ensure that no other contagions could spread from the church where they were conducting the experiment.
Okay. You know what? That I can understand. Fire is a cleansing force.
Indeed.
It's also made of stone, so the structure is not.
The structure should be fine. It's just
Fire-
the inside that's gone.
Fire is still. I mean, stone can explode.
Oh,
Eh,
we didn't think that far.
I think we did.
I think
We're
we're
more worried.
No,
about-
I,
As long as it's not sandstone, it should be fine.
so whatever. It's a cleansing force. I won't say I approve of it. It's not even my. I don't even rule that area.
Unfortunately, it was sort of an in-the-moment decision that had to be made.
It's better than burning down the entire
To
the
be fair,
town.
that was an excuse of mine. Just
Gaelic has the zoomies.
you know, it was mostly just a quick cleanse the rest, but I don't know what. blood
Okay,
magic
so
is.
cleansing
doesn't
force.
do that.
Now let's go to another thing. A priest summons demons.
Yes,
Demons or devils?
devils.
Yeah.
Whichever.
Fiendish creatures. Perfect. Did he actually summon them?
Yes, we believe so.
Several black apples.
I don't know. I don't know that. We already established that. I wasn't there for that.
Well, he did.
Do an intelligence check.
I thought
I
we
He
think-
did.
did control them. Whether or not he summoned them,
I have no idea.
matters little.
Okay.
If he didn't do that, at the very least, he did turn one of our party members into some other horrific beast.
Yes, you remember the little person who was with us before?
Yes.
They're dead.
Okay, sure. That's again.
Well, it's very
lots to unpackage there.
unceremonious.
Zagat is being very to the point.
So, we are, we've had a busy couple weeks.
Okay. So.
But if we can safely just store these here,
That I don't see that being an issue.
and then I'm sure the Church of Hyrodius will want to come inspect them and will likely collect everything, because it technically does belong to the church.
Strong maybe. Not that belongs to them. More of strong maybe of us letting them have it. As you brought it to a magical kingdom.
I brought it to a place where I thought it could be stored
It'll be
safely.
safe. It'll be safe. It'll be safe here.
I will let them deal with the logistical issues.
That's fine. I'll argue with them. So, Red Hand of Erroneous. Is that what they're actually called?
That's the symbol that they use. Said Asher.
Did I see if I actually wrote it down?
See, you think of her as Asher.
Yeah,
Warren
red
thinks
hand.
of her as Lilith.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's correct.
The Red Hand?
The
Or-
red hand, Hieronius. I have it written down as the red hand of Hieronius.
Okay. So, some sort of sect. I don't know much about it. We're going to have to look through these texts to figure it out. A cleric of some form that was supposedly summoning fiendish creatures or controlling fiendish creatures. Did you...
We did find the magic circles.
Yeah, we did do that.
There was definitely summoning that happened in the church.
Yes.
Circles don't necessarily mean summoning. For example, you have to do a circle to do a ritual casting.
Ritual magic was done in the church.
That is acceptable. That is acceptable. Now let's go back to Felix being turned into some form of creature.
Didn't you say you knew what it was?
Yep. But me though forgot the name.
Phobophage.
A phobophage.
Okay, so phobophages aren't really transformed. They're typically summoned. You can't just create one. Do you have...
It seemed as though it was summoned into the body or using somebody else's body as a conduit for the summoning,
It had his face.
which would make sense from the point of view of blood magic, using the blood of another as the conduit by which to empower the spell.
Not
I
necessarily.
made all that up. I hope it makes...
I don't know enough about blood magic because, again, it's a myth to me and to everyone except for you, apparently. So, not even blood magic in general, because I don't understand a damn thing. Transmutation in that capacity, transmutation and summoning don't typically work like that with that kind of creature, because phobophages are from the Shadowfell. Do you know if this priest had some form of other knowledge? Did you know?
It's probably all in the books.
Okay, sure.
What
All
about
right.
Your book.
What?
The book with the pages that were ripped out.
I don't have that book.
Is that part of the pile? Or
Brody may have more.
Brody has that.
Of course he does, and he's not
He
here.
was the one kind of researching.
I have a singular page from said book, but I have not been able to decipher exactly what it says yet.
May I?
Good luck, I say, handing it to him.
Oh, yep, that's it. So that is from Wilford's journal.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yep.
That would explain everything. That's why the magic doesn't make sense. Somehow, Conrad transformed the body into a new phobophage. It wasn't summoned, nor was it a channeling, if you will. Just I think it's the whole reason that it worked is the amount of fear that whoever the target was felt.
That makes sense.
Like if it was used on, let's say, me, it wouldn't do anything because I don't have fear on a constant basis. It wouldn't work on you because you're warforged, nor are you in a constant state of fear. Felix, I'm assuming, was in a constant state of fear, especially from my limited interaction. They immediately turned into a bush. Constant state of fear. That's probably why they were immediately transformed. I'm just saying immediately. I don't know how much time.
That all tracks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with blood magic. It has everything to do with Wilford. Again.
It all comes back around to him over and over.
The sprinkled toes are always a menace to society.
I need to see Wilfred as well.
So, that's that point. Now, let's get to the blood magic portion, because that's actually more intriguing to me than you burning down a church.
Oh, well,
That's
I'll
over.
turn that over to her.
Okay. So, blood magic. As he pulls out more alcohol.
Before it was just a cup of something. Now we know it's alcohol.
I can smell that from all over here.
You've unloaded a lot to him, and it's only the middle of the day.
You mind if I get a?
No.
Oh.
You can't afford it.
Fair.
Yes, sir.
Explain. The fuck is blood magic?
Blood magic isn't
Hey,
is
I'm listening. Let me just.
it uses the typical magic formulae that we use to cast various spells, but with blood magic, you are able to use blood as a spellcasting focus or as a conduit by which to empower the spells to make them stronger. So it's still, for the most part, to my understanding, and I'm still fairly new at it, it's my understanding is that it's still basic magic formulae, but using blood more as a conduit or an empowerment for the spells rather than the source of the spells themselves.
Okay, so in a simplified version, still wizard, if you will,
Yes.
but you can kind of channel your magic similar to how a sorcerer can use some of their innate magical abilities, in a way. So they have innate magical abilities that allows them to enhance certain abilities. Okay.
But rather than being a thing that's granted as a boon of your ancestry, it's more from taking the inherent power that comes from your blood in general.
Okay. I guess a question that should be asked here, or a couple questions. Is there, within this blood magic, is there the ability to use the blood of others?
She flips open the spell book where there would be like notes and whatever in the margin and things that that Asher would have written down, and begins to kind of peruse through them.
Sure. You take some time to look through it, because you do know in some areas the answer is yes.
Yeah.
But it is not it is not a pleasant experience, but it can give you some interesting results.
Yeah.
And you know that at least there within this sect of the Red Hand of Erroneous, there were two factions, because there's always sects within sects.
Sure.
One was the faction that you were a part of, which is using your own power, not using the power of others. And then the other side, which was more the side that followed Conrad, they were a lot more zealous. They have no problem with bloodletting as a whole.
So for the style of magic that I study, not really. It's mostly using your own power to enhance your magic. However, it is possible that if you had a large enough quantity of blood from others, that you could use it to as a magical modifier. I don't know a lot about it. That is something that Conrad and his followers specifically focus on, but that's not something I'm particularly familiar with. Seems kind of blasphemous.
Is there anyone from you? Did anyone come with you from your home?
No.
Okay. I think, from a safety standpoint, we need to remove the people like you from that place. The reason being, and I don't mean death, by the way, just to clarify that.
Oh, good. I was worried for a second.
Maybe death to any that will fight back, but that's just more self-defense. But for their own protection, if they are as bloodthirsty, for lack of a better term, as you kind of are describing here, then they are at a constant risk.
Yes.
Um,
Most of the town followed Conrad pretty zealously.
then we need. Do you know anyone out there that could assist in getting people out of the town? Because it's going to take us some time to get out there. And you would know, you know that there would be a couple people.
Sure. I give him names.
Sure.
Or ask for a pen or a paper and stuff to write the names down on.
Sure. Fantastic. We'll send a magical message. Hopefully we have enough of a description to send it over to them. We will send out some of Mithra's paladins to protect them. And I'll make sure to specifically say protect because they are zealous themselves, but that is the paladin's nature.
Fortunately, Conrad has left the town, and some of his most zealous followers have likely gone with him. That still leaves a huge quantity of followers, but...
Do you have an idea of where he went?
I don't. He didn't let me in on those kinds of things.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, blood magic is now a thing. All right. So, is there any other information I need to be privy to regarding this adventure?
Let's see. Lots of demons,
Devils.
devils,
Whatever.
burn down a church. I think that's pretty much it.
You
Buried
buried
the
Felix's body.
I don't know that that's necessarily relevant to...
Well, he has a bit more magical knowledge. He would know if
Anything like
Phobophage,
Phobophage.
if they have a tendency to rise from the dead.
Did you consecrate the area?
I have no ability to do that.
That's a general question, not directed towards you. Did you consecrate the area?
I would have as part of burial rites, but I don't have a spell for that.
Okay, that's fine, as long as there's some form of just general consecration.
I mean, I did my version
It's
of
less.
it.
It's less that they would come back from the dead. My understanding is that phobophages can't, but also you couldn't transform anything into another creature in that capacity, in a non-polymorph fashion. I was more concerned about the greater landscape, as it is still a creature of fear. It will still exude fear.
Oh, Conrad is still on the loose.
I was informed.
Okay.
I know you were like rebooting or
Drifted off,
something.
yeah.
Yes.
He was causing a lot of smoke in there.
Okay. I don't have anything else right now other than a migraine.
Sorry.
So I just leave these books with
Just
you?
leave them there.
Okay.
Just leave them there.
Just verify.
Yep. Please send Brody to see me. Actually, no, I have something for you all. I was going to speak with Brody on it, but I'll just rather than speaking through the middleman here, he puts forward a small sheet of paper. If you all are going to be doing business as a group, you need to register with the Bounty Hunters Guild. This is very much for tracking where you are in terms of safety, but also it will help you with resources. Also, if for some reason you are not registered with the guild and you cause enough trouble, like burning down a church, without us getting information, a bounty could be placed on your head. A bounty can still be placed on your head while in the Bounty Hunters Guild, but there'll have to be more discussion first.
Would I already be a part of it, given my church's...
No, you would not.
Okay.
That would just be you going on a mission. Kind
Well,
of.
sounds fair enough. And he starts reading.
Do you want to?
You don't read much, do you?
I've read 12 books.
I would be going through it.
Okay.
I'll read too. I recently saw a lawyer. That was fun.
Maybe you should go speak to him on this then.
Yeah, I do have my retainer for that. We could go see him.
It might be another retainer because that's a separate case, but whatever. Please leave my office.
Okay. Bye.
I take the paper.
I hope we're the worst thing that happens to
I
you
will
today.
hold on to that.
I already grabbed it.
Oh, maybe.
2 more stops at the academy I need to make.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go see Waldorf.
Okay.
Or Wilfred. Wildorf? Wilfred.
I think Waldorf is correct. I don't know. We've created so many.
I know. There's so many of them. Well, I'm gonna go see the other Sprinkle Toes that works at the university. And just for the sake of time, I let him know what happened. I show him where on the map Felix is. I give him the hammer.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's very sad.
Well,
Well, have a nice day. What?
I was just napping.
Bye! I'm already down the hall.
Okay.
I've already got so far away.
I don't want to spend another 45 minutes talking to you.
And nothing would happen from it.
Yep.
Fair.
And then I'll go.
I'm gonna go
find-
with you to see Marigold.
Yeah,
Marigold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way down to the workshop. It is just as messy as before. Somehow may have gotten more messy.
I don't believe it.
And there's stains on the ceiling.
Those
Though I think those may have already been there.
Oh.
There's just
I just
more
noticed
of them.
Some of them are glowing.
Okay, so don't
You make
have
your way into
like
Meredith's
that,
workshop.
That.
There's noises everywhere.
grab a hard hat, put it on my helmet.
Same.
Same.
You all go ahead. Whoever's leading the way, roll a survival check, please.
My survival.
Guidance will not help here.
Yeah, but
No,
we're
no.
following him.
My survival.
Oh, that's a
5.
Ah, yes, of course.
I roll my own.
You die.
You kind of just
Do I get advantage with a hard hat?
no. But you do feel a few things hit your head, and you're like, "I'm glad I wore that hard hat
That was a smart idea.
over my helmet, over my metal head."
All very necessary.
Exactly.
Do the piles of junk reach to the ceiling?
Some do. Some of them look like half-finished projects.
I think we need coffee. Somebody grab coffee. Where's the coffee maker?
I don't remember if Brody knew about that.
I think he ran off the last time and did that.
It takes about 10 minutes, and it's not exactly a large room.
There's just so much stuff.
Yes, but you do eventually find a coffee maker.
Is there coffee already made?
It's cold right now.
And to brew a fresh pot.
Fine. I start.
How do
How does coffee?
Invitation. It's warm now.
how coffee do?
Oh, you
Because
do
I
not want to
can heat
reheat
liquids
cold
with
coffee. That's gross.
Okay, you warmed up cold coffee. Okay, sure. You
Magic is fun.
You're happy with that as a chef?
No, but I don't know how the coffee maker works, and I'm afraid it'll explode. And that will make her even madder at us.
Those are all fair points.
She can deny the coffee.
So you pour a cup of microwaved coffee for all intents and purposes.
Yes,
Quote
pretty
unquote
much.
coffee.
Gross.
Yes.
And we will take that to Marigold.
Okay.
Oh God, that's just gonna make her mad.
I'm
It's not
gonna
as bad
hand
as
this to
an
you.
exploded coffee maker,
Ugh.
which is what would happen.
Tiny little mug in his giant hand. Just
You take another 5 minutes, but you eventually do find Marigold.
again.
Microwaved it a second time. It's even worse.
Oh God, so gross.
I tried to
I'll just
boil
drink it cold.
It's just like thick and
Yeah.
sticking to the side.
Oh,
Coffee doesn't do that if you microwave it. I
You
know.
come over. She doesn't even look up. She just picks up the coffee, takes a drink.
I told them.
That's oil.
Oh,
No, that legitimately, that's just oil. That's not coffee.
Oh, I didn't know
why is
that.
that a coffee maker?
Oh,
Which coffee maker?
The one we passed by?
Which coffee maker?
I don't
that
know.
direction.
Okay, that's not a coffee maker.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
Could explain why we couldn't figure it
apologies.
out.
We don't know where Brody is.
Ah, that explains a lot. She set it down.
Sorry.
That might be good for you though, but no,
Twice microwaved oil.
it's quite delicious.
Lubricating.
That clonk that's in your lower right back finally starts to loosen up.
All right, well, you've got my attention.
Hello, I found these things. Put down the box. Open it up. Memory cores.
Okay, where did you get them?
I bought them at a discount magic shop.
Oh, that's definitely in danger. You're definitely fucking yourself over with that.
It's
They were only 30 gold each.
Did they say whose memory cores?
They did not.
Did they say where they got them?
In a cave?
They also lied quite a bit when they were talking.
Were they very obvious about it though?
Yes.
Okay.
To be fair, I understood that they were lying.
Very old gray Goliath.
Ah, yes, of course.
Unclear if it was male or female.
Definitely female.
Female.
Okay, definitely female. Okay, sure. So, let me take a look at one of these. She picks one up, puts on a set of goggles, puts on another set of goggles.
Sparking.
Ooh, okay. She sets it down. You do not want to put that inside of you.
Okay, fair enough.
One, it's too small.
Got it.
That's what she said.
I think this is a memory core for probably some smaller units. I couldn't tell you what they're for. It does not look like they are, from what I can tell, flawed in any capacity or broken. They just aren't for you.
I'm done. Don't worry about it.
One is, by the way, one is purple, one is orange.
Got it.
I honestly couldn't tell you what they go to. I think they match the rough geometry of your memory core,
But smaller.
but much smaller. It could have been for like some sort of, I don't know, drone.
So not useful.
Not useful to use specifically at this point. It might be, you might find some use for it later.
I'm trying really hard not to make a really poor joke.
Then
in
don't,
poor
please.
taste.
Because then Mike will take damage.
I can deal.
reflex.
She said his unit was too big.
That's what they all said.
Hey,
I'm very large.
I'm sorry, I am very large.
Turns out this whole time he's not talking about the rest of him.
I couldn't help it. I tried so hard not to.
You're a terrible person. You should
I am.
That was bad. You should feel
it wasn't
bad.
a Logan or a Mike joke, so I'm okay with it. It was just a joke. Okay. Well, is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
Okay, where's my boy, by the way?
Somewhere.
Probably still in the magic item
We'll
shop.
find him.
It was a magical discount shop. That
He
was
was
the last
reading
we
some
saw
book
him.
he took from a demonic cult.
At
I'm
Wilford.
beginning to see the problem.
Wilford. It's
Oh, right.
Wilford's book.
He was reading a book written by Wilford Sprinkletoes. Oh, I'm beginning to see the problems.
There you go.
Okay.
We should find it.
Maybe. Okay.
If we can, without going
If
into
he's
another
anything
dimension.
like Wilford, he'll just appear when it's time.
Wizard appears exactly when he means to.
Yes.
It's usually a little too late.
Portal opens up. Oh, fuck! Another portal opens up, falls through it. Both portals disappear.
Ah, Yep, that seems about right. Well, if there's nothing else, no. Okay,
Thank you. Close the box.
perfect.
Away.
If I can think of anything on those, I'll let you know.
Alrighty.
And you all leave the workshop.
Wouldn't it have been better to leave those with her?
He did.
No, he didn't. He
You
took
should
them.
have done it back.
Do you want to hold on to these,
I mean,
look after them, and see if you can use them for anything?
Sure.
They're Warforged.
You know, I can figure out something out. I can figure out something with
At the
those.
very least, you'd probably like them to study.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just
I
leave
can.
them with her.
Sure. She takes them, puts them next to,
Finds and
and it finds a spot and just goes.
like the thing, she just walks up to a shelf and just like,
I figured she walked up to like a pile of junk that was like shaped like a bookshelf and just added it. She doesn't have bookshelves. She just has junk piled into the shape of a bookshelf.
I like that
That
too.
sounds about right.
She just stores junk on junk.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right.
This is a flat enough surface.
Basically, yeah.
All right. You all leave the workshop. What else are we looking to do here?
Can we find a weapon shop?
Sure.
I want to find a weapon shop.
I want to find the messaging place next to Mandrakes, but we can do that first. Taking the time.
I just want to buy another rapier.
Okay.
Sell my long sword, short sword. Sell my long short sword. Replace it with a rapier.
Sure. That's an easy enough replacement. It's only going to cost you a couple gold.
So two.
While he's doing his thing, I'm gonna go buy camping supplies for all of us.
You all.
We already
you,
picked
Yeah,
up-
you
we-
recovered.
Oh, we did?
We found the campsite.
Yeah, you recovered your supplies.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes.
You
I
want
must have been
to call it like
out for
two,
that.
Two gold. Yeah.
Okay, but I want to make sure that we have tents enough because I know the last time when we camped, we did not have enough
Only
tents.
one person had tents, and that was you.
Yes, so I want to make sure that that's fixed.
Sure.
So it means the guy gonna go message.
Okay. So, that's fine. You can go get some camping supplies. Tents. How many tents do you want to get?
How many do they fit per person?
He will require one tent.
Right.
Other than that, 2 people per tent.
I don't really need
So we
ten
need
sheets.
3.
But what if it's raining?
A tarp would be fine.
But what if it floods?
So yeah, I just want to make sure that I have.
Then
I buy 2 more tents and then enough bedrolls for everybody.
sure.
And
That'll cost
blankets
you,
and
let's say,
whatnot.
10 gold total.
Got it.
All right.
All right, so I'm now dual wielding rapiers.
Okay.
So I have the ability I picked up.
You are heading to the a messenger's office.
You didn't tell me the name. You just said it was next to.
It's literally called messenger's office.
I wonder if I can get a Hewitt's handy spice pouch.
It's very on the nose.
It's just a little. It just got a little parchments behind it as well. You enter. Yes. How can I help you?
Yes, I need to send 2 very fast messages very quickly.
Okay. To
One-
whom?
Where would I know where like a large church of Pyronius is, or a big church? Like a big city where they're
there-
patrician or hierophant or whatever.
There might
whatever they
there
have.
might be a like a bishop unit kind of unit
Yeah.
within Talar.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll send it to the bishops in Talar,
Okay.
and it'll.
They write down a note. Okay, we'll have to find someone that can
Is
speak
he
with
gonna
them.
is he gonna take down my dictation for it?
Pretty much.
This is gonna take a long time.
Okay.
So Zagat starts going through the entire story so far. So we started fighting Myconids in the town of Breckenridge, and he's there for probably a good hour and a half.
Sure.
And I'm just sitting there, just like,
Or up until the point of burning down the church.
And then I burned down a church.
You-
Why is and he looks up what?
No, he went through all of that too. Like he went through everything that he finding.
No,
out
he
about-
gets right. He just like looks dumbfounded and then I burned down a church.
So I had to burn down the church. There's demons and blood. Are you not paying attention? Just keep right.
I just want to check my mail.
Okay, continue on.
There's a line building up.
And Zagat is going to let them know that they can find the evidence that supports his claims against Conrad Weiss at Chron'Cal Academy. The his journals and books were confiscated from the church and are being kept safe by the dean of Chron'Cal. And so they can corroborate all of the information I've given there.
Sure. Okay.
I'm then going to offer to have the church rebuilt by the Dwarves of the Shield, who had built the church originally, at no cost to the Church of Pyronius. I'll flip the whole bill for the debt of rebuilding the church.
Okay.
And then we'll do another letter to the Dwarves of the Shield, specifically to Father Grimgall, my dad.
Sure.
Basically putting in a work order request to have the church rebuilt and explain why and why I have to take on the debt for it.
By the way, as he's writing it down, you can imagine the disappointment in your own father, in your adoptive father's eyes,
I know.
and you're like, "Oh God."
This is gonna be a long conversation at some point.
Okay. Is there?
And then along with that, how much will it cost to send both messages?
Give me a second. I actually have to look
Sure,
at
sure.
one thing.
The 14 paragraphs is going to be about 30 gold.
2 letters. The second one had to be etched on plates of stone, and
Have you ever seen the
Wow,
anime
this is
Violet
very
Evergarden?
nice material.
It's metal. Have you ever seen the anime Violet Evergarden?
Hmm.
Because that's kind of what I pictured this place being like.
All right. Are you looking to do it physically or magically?
magically, I assume, would be the fastest means.
Okay, perfect. Typically, your standard message spell is only within 120 feet. However, as we are having to expand it, that will increase the price. Each message will be about 30 gold.
30 gold each?
Yes.
Doable. We'll do that. It takes me down to 2. 16 AC. And I will send along 250 gold along with the message to the shields.
Perfect. We'll make sure that gets sent. This specific gold will stay here. However, the 250 gold will be taken from will be withdrawn from
Or should I
the
just...
bank where they are sent
Very good.
and be sent over.
And that is all I need to do.
There's a line.
Well, not as bad as the last time I went into debt. Did you ever figure out a round number for that?
Not yet. Not yet.
I was going with the number I came up with in my head. So
I think that is still way too much.
I think it's appropriate, but I agree. Maybe like half that.
I think it's even less than that.
Well, I'll go with half that in my head until you come up with a
That's fine.
solid number.
That's fine. 600,000 gold.
Yeah.
What did you do?
He had his body rebuilt.
That's
Had a
fair.
mithril and adamantium.
That's fair.
Which,
He a thick boy.
yeah, he a thick boy.
Dummy thick.
So someone has worked out the costs per pound for mithril and adamantium. For mithril, it's about 2,000 gold per pound. And for adamantium, it's about 5,000 gold per pound.
Oh,
So Zagat's been working as a laborer to pay off the debt of rebuilding his body.
that's fair. That's fair.
This is very
He's been doing it for a very long time.
character that in Dimension 20. Fuck, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Lou's character.
Yeah, Lou's character. This is very Lou's
Gunny,
character.
Gunny.
Gunny is very Gunny. But, less debt.
Yeah, slightly less debt.
Okay. So. You send your letters.
Debt paid off. Oh well.
So close. Another 10 years, you would have had it.
Well, we'll get there eventually.
But if you find the Heartswood,
Hey, who knows?
All right. You send your letter. Did anyone want to do anything else?
That's all I had.
I would like to check for incoming mail from the Church of Helm for Raziel Helia.
No mail.
No.
No mail.
Okay.
Well, we do need to go to
Hey, that means no pink slip. You're still working.
That's fair.
we do need to go to the lawyer for
Yes.
the bounty thing.
I think it sounds like a good idea.
It does.
But yeah, lawyer probably is a good idea.
Okay. You all enter and you re-enter
I no longer have money, so someone will need to
the
pay.
law offices of Henry Springbottom.
Hi, Wendy.
Oh, you're back. What can I do for you?
Hello.
You are very large.
Thank you.
He is.
So
that's what they all say.
we were talking to the dean of the academy, and he suggested we should become a bounty hunter group or something. And he gave us these and suggested
Actually,
we talk
I
to
have
a
the
lawyer.
paper, so I'll present it.
Does- tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, so he recommended you register with the Bounty Hunter Guild as a group.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And why are you here?
He suggested we talk to a lawyer about the pros and cons and about the contract itself.
Okay. And she looks outside real quick, she just seeing what time it is. Okay, so let me see if he's available right now. I know that he's been working on some other issue.
I know that issue.
She steps down, opens the door. You hear Eldritch screaming, and then she closes the door behind her.
That was
sounds about
terrifying.
right.
What in the world was that?
She's working on my case. Or he's working on my case.
Your case?
Uh-huh. I came here earlier.
Wendy makes a reappearance.
I didn't know anything about
You
that.
hear Eldritch screaming again, but it sounds more muffled. And she goes, he will need about 15 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. She's nice.
She sits back down. There's actually a bowl of mints at her desk. While you're waiting for standard contracts, we will need 100 gold as retainer, just to look it over. That is a minimum
From everyone or total?
total.
I'll put down.
It is for the case,
50
not for the
for it.
individual.
All right, I'll get the other 15.
It could be just as simple as just looking it
'Cause-
over, making sure we're all good here.
I didn't get anything for the magic shot.
Wise.
I'm holding on for Vivify in the future.
So I got half, you got half.
About 15 minutes pass. The door opens. Henry makes appearance. Hello again. Understand there's a question regarding contract. Please come on in. He sits behind his desk. Again, he is a gnome. He has a handlebar mustache. Not a gnome. I'm sorry. Halfling handlebar mustache. Bald head on top, but has the size going for him. Okay, so what kind of contract do we have? He looks over. Okay, so it's Bounty Hunter's contract. Fairly straightforward for the require.
It'd already be signed by Zagat as well.
Okay, sure. All right, what questions do we have?
So, what would be required of us to maintain a status with the Bounty Hunters Guild? Would there be monthly fees? Would we be required to sacrifice a child every month? What's going on?
Child sacrifice is definitely not prohibited anywhere.
I didn't think so, but I've heard of things.
Not prohibited?
So it's
Prohibited,
okay.
sorry. It's been a long day. Listen, he has something else going on, whatever. But it's a fairly basic contract. You'll have to do at least one job a month to maintain your status within the group. It looks like this one looks like a B tier contract. So they do want you to do one thing before. They do essentially want proof for the what's the word? Before admission. Proof of competency.
Which I believe you already presented with the dean. Given
Well, would we have to present it to the
They
dean?
require
or
a trophy. They would require a trophy.
There it is.
And presenting, let's say, documents or books in this particular case wouldn't really work unless it is a wizard spell book with a particular bounty on their head. That would be different.
we didn't take anything from the Abishai, did we?
I don't think so.
No, we didn't take anything for the Abishai. That'd be
I'm
weird
willing,
to take.
I'm willing to bet that they might have something in mind.
Okay.
Like a test?
Essentially a test, yes.
I'm not good at tests.
It's okay.
I think this one you might be good at.
Typically, it's combat related. You just
Ooh.
smash.
Especially if it's a building with a bounty on it.
I don't. There's only been a couple buildings with bounties on it.
I'm pretty sure we saw one of them be destroyed
True.
by a
fair.
magical oven.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very fair.
Oh, do we have the proof of that?
So anyway, there's no monthly fee. We just have to be in good standing, follow their rules, and
There is a
Do a
monthly
job a
fee.
month.
There is a monthly fee, but
Oh,
you
there
charge you have to give them money to be part of it.
How
Okay.
much
It's
is
not.
it?
It's not. It's 20 gold. It's
Is
not
that
that.
per
much.
person or per group?
That is per person.
Per person. Okay,
Per
that
person.
makes sense.
Sometimes if you're registering it, but that is as a individual. As a group, it is typically less. Typically, if it is groups of 5 or more, it is 15 gold per person.
Okay. Let's see here. So the contracts are through their guild. I'm guessing they keep guild halls throughout various places.
They have
Da,
a,
da, da.
yeah. You pay them, but you typically have access to contracts that might be available within that region. You have access to
Weapons dealers.
their
resources.
base resources. As a B tier, you would have access to like dining hall, their rest areas. Some people live out of the guild halls themselves. Fairly basic stuff. No, it's not an A tier because that would cost significantly more. B tiers usually going to be pretty good.
So you're saying that overall this is a good decision based on
If you plan on going out on adventures and you need a reduced liability, yes.
absolutely yes. We burned down a church.
You did not have to say that in front of the lawyer.
He's our lawyer.
I'm a contract lawyer. Away from that. Because I assume that's already been resolved. I'm going to assume that's already been resolved.
With the dean.
Okay. The contract it's fairly basic contract. There's no downside here. You're not sacrificing anything substantial. It's gold, within a certain tier, and all you have to do is a single job a month. They just require proof before you are admitted into the guild itself. One thing that they do require is, in this case, they do require a name for the group in general. That way they have some form of identifier. They can't just call you the group that wanders around.
Oh,
Man, well, that's my suggestion.
I'm not good at
thinking about this
I'm,
name.
I'm not good at
We already
naming
have one.
things.
We'll just take the Ruby approach. Just take our initials, and that's the
The
name.
Ruby approach.
Yes,
Pretty good name.
with a W
Actually-
instead of a U. That makes total sense.
Well, one of the characters.
I'm aware. I'm fully
We're-
aware.
But see, if you watch the show, no.
No.
Don't mansplain this to me, Mike.
Can you mansplain to another man? Is that a thing?
Yes, it is.
We could always be called the
I
Chaos
don't know if
Insurgency.
we can make an anagram out of the first letters of our name.
What are we?
Zaubert.
Actually, Zalbert.
Zaobrt.
That's like a terrible fantasy character name.
Zalbert. Zaobrt.
Yeah.
Brozat?
Zolbert.
Torzab.
Brotaz.
Brozat!
Corbin.
Sounds
guys
like
have-
something you take because you have colon
Zabort.
issues.
Borat.
You guys will have time to discuss.
Borat.
Zobart?
Very nice.
As they won't accept anything until you present them with proof. General FYI outside of game, you guys had also talked about Table of 7 at one point.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Did we?
Yes, because that's a name that was brought up for the stream, but I was like, no. But I said it was a good group name.
That was
And
wild.
we
We
are
already
7.
have 7 people at the stable.
We have 7.
We have 6 right now.
6, but the
We're
spirit,
usually short of.
but the spirit of Felix.
That makes 7.
Actually,
I'm 2 people.
you are two people.
I count for 2.
It is true.
I know. I like the Ruby approach too.
What's up?
It's not
Anyway,
terrible.
so you all will have time to decide. They will require proof up front, in which they might have a job line for you. They require a upfront deposit, which will be approximately 15 gold per person in the group. And that's just for the first month. They might require a second month as well. You've got to make sure you pay your dues. Other than that, now it's pretty straightforward. One of you already signed it for some reason. Don't know why you would do that. But
People give me things to sign. I sign. I don't.
Before you sign stuff, hand it to somebody like Brody or I, or him, so we can read it. When I actually care about looking at contracts, I'm actually not bad.
I've seen someone get eaten by a contract they signed.
What? That sounds terrible.
It was.
That's possible.
Mimic contracts.
It's a real
I've heard
thing.
of this.
Okay.
I rolled an at 20. Actually, now that you say it, I think
Oh yeah, my dad had. My dad had a contract in it.
All right.
As a pet.
If I'd rolled anything else, it would have been no.
So I guess the next step would be
Going to the actual. It's a
find Brody. Then
find
go
Brody
to
or the Mercenary Guild. Probably Brody, so that he can also
You would
Mercenary
need-
Guild is someone else. You want to go to the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Bounty Hunters Guild. My apologies.
So we can get our first.
And
mission.
he told us where the bounty hunters go.
Yeah, yeah.
I say we do that.
Well, it's time to track down Brody.
All right. You all go towards the. So you're tracking down Brody first.
Should we split up?
No.
Never splits party.
The party.
Okay, but I think the Pink Gooseberry is a good place to start because he does like it there. You
Okay.
have the whole Tiefling Club.
Sure. Sure.
I think that's
The
where we
pink
should start.
gooseberry is definitely on the nose. So
Anybody else want to weigh in on where you think we should go?
No, yeah, I think Pink.
That's
is
I
pretty-
say it's either there or the library.
No, it's either there or
They
back
said
at
they,
the
they
item
said they
shop.
hadn't seen him at Chron'Cal.
It's either there or
That's
the
true.
item
The
shop.
guard had not seen him.
Brody might know other ways in. But,
Oh god, what if the item shop and the library is connected?
maybe.
Okay, sorry, I had an existential crisis there. I'm fine now.
okay, so you all make your way to the pink gooseberry. You know you're nearby because you can hear dance music, you can hear the lights, and you can definitely smell some substances.
It's weird that called us at as existential crisis.
I can see the white dust blowing out from underneath the door.
Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. You make your way into the quieter portion of it. It is still muffled dance music. Smoke coming in from underneath the door that goes into the club.
I'm gonna go check for him in the club.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever actually been in. I'll go with you.
It's neat.
Last time you went in, you came out with a boa and shaders.
Still have him.
Like like shaders as in glasses, or like he like literally is just a shader. Like
No,
he just has like
think
light hits him
I think
different.
it's like hit vipers. Like
No, he doesn't get pit vipers.
No.
Fuck pit vipers. No. Pit vipers are not cool.
Oh, please.
okay.
All right. So who's going into the club portion of the pink gooseberry?
I'll go.
And screw it. Keep
Definitely.
the party together.
Okay. Are you going inside there, Zagat?
I'll look in the regular portion.
Okay.
He's already been
splitting
in
the-
once. He might not survive a second.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay. You just take a couple minutes because it's not a large portion. You take a couple minutes. You look around. Brody's not here. No. You talk with the tavern keep. Brody hasn't checked in. But that doesn't mean he's not here. He just hasn't checked in.
Fair enough. All right.
You four are in the other side of the pink gooseberry. I would need all of you to roll Constitution saving throws, please.
Pretty sure I also have to.
Wow,
roll
we
to
haven't
see
even
if
imbibed
I get
substances yet.
lost.
We're doing Constitution saving throw first.
That is a 10.
13.
11.
14.
13.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
That's Alright. So that is a 16.
Not too bad. You managed to grab Asher's shoulder and keep her within sight, so you don't get lost. From Asher, at least. You all immediately, your head goes light. All of your heads go very light as you breathe in the smoke around you. It's a little bit of everything. A little bit of A,
Warren says
little bit
something
of
in
C,
deep speech.
little
and
bit
he's
of
not
F,
even sure
a little
what
bit
it
of
says.
Q.
As long as there's no Z.
It's everything is in there.
Oh.
Everything is in there, even the double C's.
Oh, jeez. Not the double C's.
Trinica speaking in Thieves' Cant.
I'm just talking to you in Celestial.
You see, I do something. The rest of you just pile on. Makes it less special.
This is like I love that that's a thought that comes out of Oren's mouth once he gets like drugs in him. He's just like he just becomes really conceited.
You walk in. So you finish your rounds of just checking the main area. You go to the party portion of it, and you prep yourself. You put your bow on. You put your shaders on. You walk in. You immediately see those four in a corner at a table.
I went to a table.
The four.
That's news to me.
Yeah, the four of you went to a table.
All talking, not to each other, and in different languages.
Yes.
So he walks up and in the loudest he's because it's so loud.
I like it here.
Where is he?
Who cares?
The real question is,
By the way,
Why is he?
you've only been gone. You've only been separated them for 3 minutes.
You are all high. Well, I guess I'll go look for Brody.
Yes.
What am I making?
Do an investigation check.
Oh boy.
10. You take some time to look around. You have no idea. There's a lot of tieflings here. A lot of tieflings.
Oh boy.
You know what?
Luckily, he's very unique in his color scheme. But there's still a lot of tieflings here.
I'll start asking around.
Lot-
You seen a green tiefling anywhere?
Wow, green's an awful color. No. Wait, are you talking about Brody?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen Brody at all.
Oh. Thank you.
Welcome.
I wanna go party.
I'll hop up on stage.
There's no stage.
There is no stage.
There's no stage.
Like
There-
There,
flag or
there,
anything?
there's a small area for a DJ,
Trinity just
which
zones
is
out.
more along the lines of just like looks like a wizard or a sorcerer or a bard of some form, just standing there, glasses on, just going to town on some form of instrument, and while casting spells out.
Where's the thumping coming from?
yes.
The bard goes,
Where's the what coming from?
Thumping.
Like, what you'd like to know.
"Don't go
I
in the
don't know.
basement."
Is he a hot bard? Maybe I do.
Hold on. Sure. He's okay.
So, should I roll to see what trouble one gets into as he is literally walking away from the party into the thick of everything?
Do I roll to
To
seduce the bard?
experience whatever he will experience tonight.
I think
an alright bard is where
No, you're lost now.
No, it's
Oh,
does
I-
bards seduce
he
everything.
doesn't care
Yeah.
that he's
But you
lost.
seduce the bard.
Almost immediately.
What is he lost in exactly, though?
Yes.
people.
People?
Well,
In a throng of people, yes.
A
Like
tiefling.
all three, the three of them
Smoke,
look away.
light, noise, bodies.
The three of them look away, and when they look back, you're not even there anymore.
Oh no.
Figure.
I'd like to point out that the rogue has not moved.
I think you are too stoned to move.
Yeah, I'm just zoned out. I'm just staring at the
You
wall.
got
That's
read and
appropriate.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
How innocent is he going to be after this is my question.
I'm trying to figure out if I can fashion my cape into like a hammock that I can like chill out on in the club.
I'm dancing.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
dancing.
Do a performance check.
Well, I didn't say I was trying to dance
Do a
good.
performance check.
Okay, that's fair. $13.
You're dancing. Pretty average dance. Nothing.
Sure. Yeah, no.
It's a party dance.
Yep.
Doing the average hot chick dance. This.
I don't think that's what they do.
So
I don't know. I've only gone to like 2 clubs.
At a rave, it most certainly.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Of course, it doesn't really matter how you're dancing at the rave because
Very
no one is paying attention to anybody else.
Okay.
Just
What are
twerking.
you doing?
The guy, I think at this point, is just standing in the middle of the dance hall, just like, well, things have gone wrong.
Am I dancing on him?
Do a performance check.
You know, I think
Yeah. That's a 15, baby.
Perfect. You have a small group of people around you, like mimicking what you're doing as well.
I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon, and I'm gonna get it to shape as glowing sticks, and I'm just gonna rave out.
Sure.
I was dancing what everyone around me is doing.
Pretty much. I actually want you to do a percentage roll for me, please.
Fuck.
Sure, Brody's fine.
You know,
What?
you know what would really add to this
38.
ambiance?
Okay.
Smoke.
Perfect. You managed to find yourself at the edge, but let me not. You managed to find yourself at the edge of one, but but it's a mosh pit. Luckily, you don't end up in the mosh pit.
It was just a close thing.
You don't even know how people are moshing to it, but they are.
Ah. So, dancing, yes, no.
Yeah, you can dance.
Okay.
Actually, to be fair, you wouldn't even know what a mosh pit is.
You can dance
That
if
is
you want to,
cocked. That is
Leave your friends behind.
Yeah.
because your friends don't dance.
only an
If they don't
11.
dance.
They're no friends of
Only
mine.
an 11.
Krennic don't dance.
You dance as best as you think you can.
It was almost a 7 or a 1.
We
but
know
it
you
was
have 2 left.
cocked.
Yes.
They're both left.
Trinity gets falling down a lot.
Yes. You could just be making a stirring motion.
All right.
He's just,
Stir the
I don't know.
Stir the pot.
I'm pretty sure
Roll the
at
bread.
this
Roll
point,
the
Warren
bread.
has no clue what the fuck is going
But
on.
no, what I'm saying is like you could just make cooking motions.
So several
That's
several
the-
hours pass. You are the life of the party.
I can dance without stopping.
You are currently in a corner, weeping for some reason.
Oh.
You've reached that point of high.
Oh yes, no, the existential crisis moment.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Again.
You are. You have
happens to
actually
Lily a
exited
lot.
the party and are currently in the tavern, just like laying back, staring at the ceiling, world spinning around you.
Occasionally leaning over, talking to the cloak that forms a mouth and whispers eldritch stuff to me.
Mm-hmm.
Have I made like a girlfriend that I'm like bawling my eyes out
There's
to, and
very
she just
good chance.
absolutely doesn't care, but she's pretending to?
She is 100% on board with you.
Deal. That's about
Another
right.
blonde.
Yep.
Just
She's that level of hot.
yes.
Yeah.
Super
I probably met her in the bathroom.
Probably.
That's how that goes.
Probably. You haven't fucking moved from that table. You think if you stand up, you might fly.
I can fly.
And you're terrified you won't be able to get back down.
But you,
That sounds about right.
You're just stoned out of your fucking mind.
He is someone who's never been high before. This sounds about right.
Different levels. Several hours pass, though.
No sign
Party
of Brody?
goes. I'm sorry.
No sign of Brody.
No sign of Brody fucking anywhere.
My idea was great.
would it be wrong to use Radiant Soul and just
At
grow
some point,
wings?
whenever we all stumble out back into the regular bar, man, that was fun. What were we doing?
I'm still just wiping away like
You-
ruined mascara.
You,
Where did you get mascara to begin with?
Asher.
Asher wears mascara.
No.
Asher's pretty fancy.
Orange just sitting on.
She's hot and she knows it.
He's just like laying down on the booth. There's a almost proto head here whispering to him, and he's just talking to it.
Trinic's flapping his cape like a bat. Try and fly. He's made peace with the fact that he might fly away.
I want to Radiant Soul and pick him up and make him fly.
Why? Yeah, I see that. Why?
Because I'm fucking out of it.
Okay.
Could be fun.
Do you not have any sort of? This is a legitimate question. If you're that high, do you have reasoning, or is it just like whatever goes?
Could be fun.
Could be fun.
Depends
fun.
on the person.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fair.
Could be fun. Could be to
It's-
mess with the other
Trinic's gonna
person.
fly.
It's not like putting an explosive orb inside of a flail and then attacking while your healer is in range.
Could be
Right.
me.
Yeah, there are worse decisions that could be made.
Exactly.
There are.
This one's
Um,
harmless.
So you all
Allegedly.
go back into the main tavern. You are talking to a second head.
And this
You kind of go like,
Could it
"What were we doing?" Oh, that's right, Brody.
Who?
Who's Brody?
Every time Zagat leaves the place, he has more knickknacks just
Yeah.
hanging off.
Yep.
Just like beads. Like
Eventually, he just
I
ends up
wanna-
looking like Elton John.
So I just want to think somebody gave
You actually
you
have a mantle right now.
a tramp stamp that
feathers.
says "Party Machine."
I'm a,
Somebody somehow
with
managed
like
to
a
get
tribal
that.
underneath of it. Like,
They just need like a marker. Just
All right.
That's good.
It's not even spelled right. Just
Does it have to be? You know what it means.
Machine is
hearts.
spelled Mushine.
At this point, it is now like 2 a.m. You all were partying very early, and now it's very late.
Well, maybe we just go to sleep and see if Brody shows up in the
I
morning.
love how the robots got slurred speech.
It took a while.
It took a while. That smoke seeped in. The air filters worked for a while, but not forever.
It's all the dust from the antique shop.
Oh, that's what
Yeah,
it
it
is.
got clogged up.
All right. You all, the tavern keep just goes, yep, and just writes out a receipt. I'll give you this to you all in the morning for the receipt for how much you'll owe. You all are way too stoned
Yeah.
to know a price.
Says something in deep speech.
He responds.
So he understood him saying
you all go upstairs.
Ruby, essentially.
Yes.
I actually do know deep speech.
So
Well,
you
Asher does.
after understood that he said groovy then. And that he was literally just talking about various cooking recipes with the with his shadow cloak.
Assuming she paid that much attention, she probably didn't.
But that's how
Not at this point.
All right.
I could sober up. Heal.
Oh yeah, let's tell the bartender. If Brody shows up, just point him. He's up there too.
And Brody has the bill.
You all go upstairs.
Yes.
To your respective closet to bed down for the night.
I think this time Zagat just goes and falls into a bed.
Okay.
Literally falls into the bed.
Oh, the
break it.
I had to. The bed holds up,
Yo, that's
You
one
hear
sturdy ass
creak.
bed.
but that's it.
And that is a
He
heavy
doesn't bounce. It
bed.
just
You guys are my favorite.
you can see
group
like
to
the
be
bottom of the
with.
bed, like bending down, touching the floor. Oh, this is coming.
You chose the correct bed. It's a fully wooden frame, but it's holding you. It's very well built.
This must be made for Goliaths.
It might be made out of elderwood.
Heartswood?
Heartswood.
Nope, just oak.
We're sitting there inspecting it like, this must be heartswood.
No, there's a heart right there.
That's a knot.
Ah,
No, it's not. Anyway,
You take 4 points of psychic damage.
worth it.
I didn't. Yeah.
All right, so you all bed down for the night. You get your hit points back for those of you that took psychic damage.
Yay.
You wake up. You're fine. Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
10.
7.
Wait. 10.
22.
Damn.
Now the question is, how many of them fell asleep in the same bed as me?
Yes.
Yes.
Several of them.
Puddle, puddle.
Oh,
This is what it goes.
6.
Okay. Fail. You're fine. You three currently have a hangover.
I
Just
go
like my
eat a
teen years.
really big, greasy breakfast.
So we're just going to say you have a level of exhaustion.
Fair.
Mike, once again, has exhaustion levels.
Trinic party's harder than any of us.
He didn't
that's
move.
that
for-
natural state of being.
But I didn't even move.
Yeah.
I sat there and just zoned out while all the
You
rest
do
of
remember getting picked
No,
up
you-
and flew.
You were like, I'm way too fucking high. Should not have had that.
But the problem, he's still in the smoke, so every time he's breathing in, it's just making it worse.
Yeah.
I think I flew last night.
Yeah, you did.
Ow. So, that I don't remember last night. What happened and why am I so uncomfortable? Oh, hi, Zagat.
Hello.
You're still covered in shit.
Just beads and stuff just hanging all over.
I like it.
Ooh, pretty.
I'm just gonna go to a different bed. No offense, buddy. And I'm gonna sleep for a bit.
Sure, sounds like a plan.
And he just goes thunk.
I get up and go downstairs and eat a huge breakfast.
I wonder if they have McHenry Sprite.
Like, to the point where it's the, like, where does she put it all? Amount of food.
Sure.
The guy gets out of bed and then as soon as his weight lifts off of the bed, just springs back and flings RJ out of the bed.
Oh, you're eating for two.
Hopefully not 3.
Do you actually say that?
No,
Oh,
he
God.
went to bed.
Okay, I was like, oh my god.
You eat.
You're about to get slapped in real life.
You eat a lot of greasy food.
Oh.
You feel better, but just because it's a lot of very delicious greasy food.
That's how you deal with a hangover.
Yep.
Sorry if my joke went too far.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you say that in game, there's like an existential crisis where like Lily goes, oh my god.
Did Asher fuck someone?
Yeah, no, and it's like, wait, did I do that? In somebody else's body? That seems wrong.
No,
Like,
Orin wouldn't have any clue about that.
oh, that's fair. That's fair. Also, like, when was my last?
Orin
Kim
is
believes in the story.
kind of yes. You see two people,
But it's
two
an
or more
Eldritch
people
story.
go and they pray for
His parents were too terrified to tell him the true story.
Your two parents go pray to Rockty, then they hug, and then a baby is delivered in a giant soup ladle.
That sounds right.
completely
That sounds
plausible.
That sounds
right.
very, very right, actually.
He has
But
no
only hugging.
idea
Yeah.
how to comprehend this. Other than that, because
Close on,
no one
then
told
leave
him.
room for proxy.
Exactly.
His dad always told him he'd tell him when he was older, or that story.
Well, I assumed that the reason why Orin would say that is because it's Lily and Asher, and that's what he's implying. But like,
No, he
their
went,
instinct
he
is
went
like,
straight to
Right.
bed. He went right back to bed. He's like, I hurt too much for this.
oh my
I
gosh.
felt great.
Okay. You all wake up, eat. You're definitely more worse for wear. You're fine. You're fine.
I almost died to a mosh pit.
He's outside with his air filter again. Just...
There's glitter falling out of it.
There's so much.
You'll never get all that out.
The pink gooseberry. It's a scary place.
I miss my raccoon friend.
What all would you like to do now?
So now we should probably go to that
Since you were definitely successful in finding Brody.
Yeah,
magic shop.
Oh yeah.
Other than
Hey,
preparing
Did
spells,
Brody ever show up?
No.
Well, that's probably not good. I guess should we go see if we can check back at the magic shop?
Maybe
Sure, why
he
not?
can find Brody.
Okay,
Like spend everything
what if we go
else.
find a scroll of find item
From the magic shop?
from a magic shop that's reputable and cast it to find something that Brody would be carrying?
He's got Wilford's book.
Yes, and I have a page from that, so
That would work. If we can afford one.
fair.
Where's my
There's like at least 100 gold. Ripping through it
So
today.
we'll go try and find Bob's magical discount magic Bob's.
Let's see.
And you know some combination of those.
Magic
I like
Bob's
how
discount
often
item
twice.
shop is what I was. Or magic.
Magic discount Bob shop.
Discount magic box.
Okay, so are we looking for an actual magic shop or another discount magic shop?
Actual magic shop.
I guess.
Okay,
We'll go.
so
We'll go to a magic shop.
you said to go with a reputable option.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And you find your way to Mandrake's.
Oh yeah, we've been there before.
Yes, you've been to Mandrake's. Okay. I don't know, I'm actually trying to find object.
Harry Potter has ruined Mandrake's for me because all I can see
Screaming
now is
baby
just
roots.
screaming baby roots hanging around the shop.
I mean,
Yeah.
I already did that.
Okay. So
Because
you make your way into Mandrake's. What all you see a man the same man, you see Mitchell Mandrake make appearance. Welcome back. What can I do for you today?
I am looking for a scroll of find item.
Scroll of find items. I guess still trying to find.
I think it is locate object.
Oh, that's what it is. Locate object.
Locate. Thank you, Nate.
Sounds right. Man, some of those tieflings did not have a lot of clothes on. I would think how cold they have to be, but it's kind of warm in there.
Are you looking for an object, or are you looking for a person, a plant,
Ooh, a person.
a thing?
Technically a person.
Okay.
Is that not a first level spell?
A locate creature is not. Locate object is a second level.
That's okay. Locate object, second level would be fine.
Okay, so locate object. I mean, we do have a couple basic scrolls of locating. I assume you know how to use scrolls?
Yes.
Okay. A scroll of this level would be about 400 gold.
Holy crap. I'm actually too broke for that now.
Can we contract you to cast it if you know it?
Contracting, unfortunately, I cannot be contracted because I'm running a business.
That makes more sense.
And it would probably still be about the same amount of money.
Sorry,
It's a temporary thing.
I'm a little bit out of it right now.
Scott gives you 30 gold.
That's not quite enough.
How much do you need?
This.
Okay, so this is out of character question because I don't know the rules exactly for how this works. If I wanted to copy something into the spell book, is it from a scroll or is it from something else?
You can do it from a scroll, but it is not an instantaneous thing.
Right.
It would take some time.
That is a good idea.
Because I could just copy it and then we just
Copy
have
it,
it.
read
It takes
Yeah,
roughly
that-
an hour, I think.
It depends.
For spell.
How short are you?
That is a good question.
I typically don't do an hour. I do a day.
About you said 400
per
gold,
spell.
30 gold would actually be enough. I
Except for
think.
cantrips. Cantrips are you can do that
The
in a couple
spell of
hours.
locate
typically.
object only works if it's within 1,000 feet, though.
It says it in order to copy it
Got us
though.
down to 3 gold.
It's 2 hours and per spell level and 50 gold
Bad money.
per spell level.
Oh, okay,
So it'd
that-
be
that's
100
actually-
gold per spell
Okay, that sounds
for
actually more
second
right.
and 4 hours.
It just takes a lot of money.
Yeah, it's 100 gold in 4 hours would be plus the cost of actually obtaining the thing, assuming I have to do that.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything else?
That is the only thing that we need.
Have you
So-
tried? I'm sorry.
No,
RJ was going to give me 30 gold to buy it.
Okay, so,
So
you
then I buy it. Yeah.
Okay. 400 gold. You have a scroll of locate object.
Okay.
And I believe since you have a page of the book, we can use that as like a focus.
Like a tether.
That was the idea.
How much does a ring that
Anybody want to give me
a
100 gold to copy
What
this
you
into
can
my spell
afford.
book?
I'm just checking how much compared prices.
Several thousands, typically.
That makes sense. Gotcha.
That's just off the top of my head. I'd have to research it. It depends on how much you're trying to avoid getting hits.
No, nobody wants to help out with copying the spell into the book
Oh,
because I am broke. I have
I'll
literally
give you
0 gold.
The 30 gold.
How
that
much
I
do you
have
need?
left.
I need 100 to copy it into the book.
here you go.
Okay.
Have 100.
And
Exactly
keep you
100.
30. Needs to.
Okay.
I'm going to spend my time up until lunch
Scott is very.
I
happy
would like you
to copy it.
to do an Arcana check
Got it.
with exhaustion.
Oh.
So that's with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. This is going to determine how long it will actually take.
Can I
Okay.
help?
That is a 12.
I will give you the help action.
So,
Oh,
12.
so then
Flat roll.
okay, so the first roll was a 12.
Okay.
That was gonna be your roll.
The second roll was better, but
That was gonna be your roll anyway.
Yeah, 12 is going to be the roll
Disadvantage
no matter
anyway.
what. So, how long would it usually take, did you say?
4.
Okay.
2 hours per spell level.
Okay. It does take you an additional 2 hours because your head is, well, you did
Throbbing.
eat. It is still,
Throbbing.
yes. So you did lose 6 hours to that, but you do successfully copy that spell into your book. You don't have it prepared, but you have it copied into your book.
Got it. And that
And-
consumes the scroll,
The
yes.
scroll is consumed in the process.
Perfect.
Well, now
But now you can cast it whenever.
Indeed. Let me...
But that's a spell slot, not a cantrip.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Or she wouldn't be probably casting that in combat anyways. It was
No. And a lot of those things that you wouldn't bother to cast in combat anyway can be cast as a ritual, which you don't have to have it prepared to do. But this one, however, is not a ritual cast ability, apparently.
Weird. Feels
Yeah.
like it should be.
I would think so, too.
I
need
think
a-
as a wizard, you can force it to be a ritual cast. I think.
I think there's like a feat that does that.
That actually sounds right. It might actually just be ritual caster as the feat.
I think so. That could be limited too. It could just give you more options for rituals.
You can cast a wizard spell as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag.
Okay.
Can I take a short rest? So to prepare a spell, it takes an hour. What does it say? Thought there was something that let me... I can re-prepare spells if I spend an hour to do it. I can change which spell I have prepared. I may be wrong about that. Otherwise, I'd have to wait until tomorrow.
I would say that is a minor enough spell. I have no problem with trying to cast it as a ritual.
Okay. Okay. Once I have it prepared, I set the paper down.
Luckily, also, you don't have to actually have it prepared
Sure.
in order to cast a ritual spell. But this is just a we're just going to do it because it's
Sure.
it's a tiny thing.
Yep. Then I'll, set it down and draw the circle, candles, whatever.
Yep.
Whatever
It'll
goes
still have
into
any
it.
resources available to it. So I believe
Yep.
a twig.
Yep. Which I'm sure I can find from the
That's easy
local
enough.
park.
I have it.
Yeah. And I have like a component pouch too,
Yep.
so
So you find a twig. You take 10 minutes and 6 seconds to cast the spell. Where are you casting it, by the way? That is
yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
yes,
Um,
because it only works within 1,000 feet.
Probably either outside or inside the one shot we lost them in.
maybe in the alleyway outside the shop
Okay, sure.
seems the most appropriate.
Okay. So you do the ritual casting. You finish the cast, and it does seem to points in the shop. Seemingly,
Not through the shop.
you can kind of like feel pressure on your in your skull in a way that when you finish the cast, it kind of like
The
moves.
throbbing is my
It-
hangover throbbing is
Yeah,
directed.
It's now focused, which you're not sure if is better or worse.
Yeah. I think he's in here,
I knew it.
assuming this place isn't like the library.
Orin walks in, and it holds the door open for everyone else.
I enter as well, and I kind of let the throbbing lead the way.
All
I
right.
didn't know you were that kind of person.
We were just in the club. No.
Well, I don't know what Asher's about, but
You once again
Lily's
get
not.
hit in the face with a wave of dust and musk.
Ooh, that does not.
See, this is why we need that cloak of billowing. It'll cover your face as you walk in, so you don't have to worry about it.
You enter. The gnome is there again, but this time not moving. You don't hear anything.
I begin to navigate the aisles,
Orin will walk behind her.
trying to. Okay, so Brody's dad made the comment about as long as he doesn't get to the double Z's, he should be able to get back out. I'm assuming then that these aisles are labeled by like A, B, C, A through Z, double A through double Z.
So what you see is that there are some aisles with letters, some aisles with numbers, some aisles with letters and numbers, some aisles with weird symbols that don't even make sense. It follows its own pattern, it seems like. But for the most part, it does seem to be like A, B, C, D, or 1A, 2A, something along
It's
along
just
those
like
lines.
IKEA where cabinet
Random symbol, different random symbol, and
Yes.
then random symbol, double random symbol.
Mhm.
Got it.
Random symbol A, random symbol B, random symbol C.
It hurts to look at because you can't make heads or tails of what's going on.
Sure. Plus, like, the headache.
Yes.
I try to move somewhat swiftly because I know that there's a time limit on this and I don't want to lose it and get stuck in the middle of the store or whatever.
Sure.
And then still not have found him.
I'll be keeping note of the
It's 10
path
minutes.
we're taking so we can get back.
You say, I almost said Orin leaves a bread trail, but he's not.
You don't have that enough bread.
Well, A, he doesn't have enough bread. B, he wouldn't think to do that.
It works up for 10 minutes.
I'm taking like notes. Okay, we passed through aisle, yada yada, and then just like so we can get back.
All right.
If it works that way. If it's like the library, those are useless.
Yeah.
So you take some time, and you're not sure how they managed. The shopkeep managed to shove this much shit into what is seemingly a small building, but it's definitely a warehouse. You take some time. Eventually, you do find an eye. You feel it. The pressure start to move more to the left side of your head as you're moving down aisles. And you start looking down aisles. You do see eventually Brody's bag. Not like it was thrown on the ground, just like maybe just sit there.
I walk over to it and pick it up.
Okay.
Well, I have found the object. But I say looking around through kind of like the closest adjacent aisles.
Mhm. Looks like for the most part, it's like tents in this area.
Are there any set up tents?
There are a few setup tents, yeah.
I began looking for him in the tents.
Sure. There are also a few like trees here, like grown trees.
I look up to see if there's a ceiling still intact in this area.
Nope, there's no ceiling.
Oh, we are outside.
It's
Sort
like
of.
the library. We're all gonna die.
Library.
I turn back. It's just the aisles.
We keep going. It's the library.
You do actually find Brody.
Oh, thank God.
He is currently asleep, back to the flat, prone on the ground, book over his face, and you hear just a little snoring.
I pick the book up and put it in the knapsack and his bag, and I shake him awake.
He's
Hey.
out like a fucking
I'll
light.
pick him up.
Damn it.
He had a long night.
Put him in the
little fella.
papoose.
Lower in
The papoose is not
Yeah, he
built for him.
doesn't fit so well in the boost.
No, it's more like Felix
Yeah, it's
size.
Felix sized.
We don't have anybody that small anymore.
Nope. All right.
Okay. Now we have to get out of here.
Yep. You pack up Brody's things, and carry him out of magical discount item shop.
Full discount Bob's.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Discount Bobby items.
Discount Bob's item shop.
I'm Bob Discount Shop.
You are the shop?
I'm Bob Magical Discount Shop. All right. Anyway,
All right. So you make your way out.
yes.
What's the plan then? You have made your way out of the actual shop.
Well, I guess
We're gonna
we-
forge Brody's signature.
No,
By the
we're
way,
gonna take this man.
so after once you actually leave, at this point it's like 3 in the afternoon because you've lost a lot of time.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But you should still be able to continue on with with what you need to do.
Yeah, we're gonna forge his signature,
So we're all doing the.
assuming he doesn't
bounty
wake
hunter?
up before we
Yes,
turn in the
We're all
thing.
in for that. All right, great. Well, we need a name. Do we want to go with Party of Seven? Does anyone have?
If anything, you got they still require proof of competency, so you have
I
time.
thought they'd ask us for that. There.
They will.
Give us a quest.
They will.
The queen.
But luckily, you don't have to. You don't have to have your name right then and there. It's upon completion.
Okay.
Well, let's turn this thing in and
Start the quest.
The other,
maybe take a nap
I don't know. I like the.
and then go take care of this business.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. So we're going to the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Indeed.
Perfect. You enter. You enter what seems to be just a small administrative space. Very boring, but it's attached to the greater guild as a whole. Whether it be sleeping quarters, dining hall, rec area, that kind of thing.
That would be wonderful to have access to.
Yes.
Is there a gym?
There's a gym.
Sauna?
No. Not here, at least.
Tanning beds.
I'm sorry?
Tanning beds.
No.
Is there a pool?
Racquetball
No.
court.
Yes, actually, to that.
Aha!
Man, they're pretty good. These are a lot of really good amenities.
Yeah, but no tanning bed.
Go outside. There's a sun.
Thanks, Oren.
No problem.
Bitch, you pale. Super pale.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke.
You have two colors, lobster and white.
That's me in real life too.
And the thing is, Orn was being legitimately trying to be helpful there.
So you enter the administrative office. You see a gentleman behind a desk going, yes, what can I do for you?
We are here to turn this in, I say, taking it from whoever was holding it.
Well, we heard we had to do something to prove we actually...
Proof of competency?
That's the thing. Sorry, it's been a long night.
Okay, sure. He looks it over. All right. Everything looks like it's in order in terms of general paperwork. Luckily, we don't fire a name yet. Just make sure you have one assigned to you. I need to look up one thing real quick.
Asher and her bitches.
I'm sorry?
Asher and her bitches.
Yep.
You literally just joined the team.
I've been here the whole time.
That's why it's fun.
Half of you have been here the whole time.
He just looked.
Reasonable.
Aha!
The guy behind the desk going,
Kate, Lily, and her bitches.
It's a long story.
Such a derogatory term.
Nah, bitches are a good thing.
I kneel to no bitch.
Or you're very nice, bitch.
I don't even know what you're calling me, to be fully honest. It feels
Okay,
insulting,
perfect.
but
I think it's a term for a female
So-
dog in its originality. I'm not sure.
well, that's kind
No,
of
no,
just
no.
kind of
It's a
rude.
term of camaraderie.
Oh.
I think she's lying to me, but I'm not sure.
Dead serious.
So anyway, sir, you were saying?
I think I'm getting a headache.
Me too.
We
That's
have that
common.
effect on people.
Of course you
The
did.
headache effect?
All right, so proof of competency. I do have a task available to you. He pulls out an envelope. This will be for you all. Upon completion, return proof, whether it be some blood on that or a trophy of some form to prove completion.
So we just wipe blood on the envelope.
Yes, actually, it's like a magical contract.
Oh, so you can just, dip it in monster blood. Or whatever blood.
Yes.
Well, it probably tells us there's something specific that we have to.
Yes. There's a specific task. This one is you have to. This one's actually very specific. It is a Hydra.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Hydra?
Yes.
Oh.
There is.
What's that?
It is a being that is very difficult to kill
Why would this be your introduction quest?
because I am a cruel, cruel god.
Now, do we?
And also, I looked at it. The CR is fine. You all are fine. It has a smaller CR than the phobophage.
I can't jump on top.
In fact, I can't get on top of it at all. It's large. Very, very large.
I'm all of a sudden seeing why the DM chose this monster.
How many heads do we have to bring back from the Hydra?
Giant team. That's really you.
Just do the people's elbow. Just get high enough, do the people's elbow on it.
Just crush one of its heads.
Ooh. Don't miss.
He suddenly pulls off his elbow armor
This just pulls off the whole sleeve of chainmail.
and then throws it.
Please keep in mind, failure to complete the task will not make the Bounty Hunters Guild liable in any capacity.
Fair enough.
By failure to complete, are you implying that we die?
Perish.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that would be a failure.
Well, I mean, we could just not do it. And then
Yeah, but
what's
then
the
we would-
liability?
But they're not liable if we die, is I think what he's saying.
From what we've been able to determine on this particular Hydra, it is more of the serpent variety, and less of the bestial, if you will, variety. It doesn't have limbs, from what we've been able to determine.
That makes it totally better.
It's a snake.
I'm sure it's a Hydra and not a false Hydra.
It's not a false Hydra. I don't know what that is, but it's not a false Hydra.
I'm not sure what either of those are, so I'm just gonna shake my head and
I'll
Trust the
figure
mic
out like a
brands.
rough sketch of one.
Who took the envelope?
I didn't.
I want to open it and read the thing.
Like 6 lines with smiley faces.
No,
I would
Hydras.
I want to read the actual thing to see what all it says, other than just kill the Hydra. Like, does it tell us where to go?
It's actually
Any
not-
background?
It's probably about 20 miles out. It's more harassing significantly a miner's town. For some reason or another.
Minors should be with adults.
I was gonna say save the children.
I was gonna do it too.
You know
I
what?
decided
It
not to.
wasn't, that wasn't
Not
me.
worth it right now. It's not worth it right now.
It's the last 20 minutes.
It's a pedophydra.
Okay,
Aw.
no, too far.
Take 7 points of psychic damage.
Just
Yeah,
no.
that was deserved.
I feel like I cried.
That would have elicited groans from the entire table.
It's basically it's 20 miles out, harassing a miner's town. They don't know many details other than the same details that the clerk just gave you.
Got it.
Fun.
This is also the easiest beginner task as far as we've been able to determine for B tier.
Ah, the easiest.
Other than that, it's D tier and some goblins,
Oh, well, that's...
in which you get basically nothing other than the fact that you are with the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Yeah, we need the amenities.
Oh, do we?
Obviously.
you're nice.
Kidding.
I'm sorry, do you have a home in this city?
Not in this
No.
city.
Or every city?
Not every
No.
city.
Point made.
Okay.
I'm usually
Luckily, there's
most
no
places.
signing off on paperwork. It's either you complete it or you don't. Just make sure when completion is done. When completion is done, bring proof of death in some capacity, whether it's blood or a head. Please do not bring the entire body. That's a waste. Any questions before you go? There's also no time limit. Just know that you just don't get any amenities until completion is done.
So I don't know anything about hydras. Does anybody know, like, are they weak to anything? Is there anything I should specifically worry about? Are they poisonous? He said serpent.
Let's find out. Nature check, I guess.
Do a nature check. Looks like everyone's doing individual.
I'm
rolls.
not gonna
No, that's fine, that's
bother
fine.
rolling.
I got a 16.
17.
I take back everything I've said up to this point. It's like, yeah, I don't fucking know either.
Okay, so 16 and a 17. In terms of weaknesses, you don't really know too many weaknesses. You do know that hydras do tend to regenerate. You know that fire assists in some capacity, but you don't know the exact science behind it. And while it does regenerate, it does seem to get more heads, making it harder to kill.
Got it.
So we should stop by an alchemist and get alchemist fire. If fire does something bad to it.
Probably a good idea. Should
Sure.
also probably take Brody to finish sleeping.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not heading out tonight. We partied way too hard.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel fine.
You didn't party
Same
hard
here.
enough.
I guess.
You're a robot.
This
You're a
is-
machine.
This is true.
That much.
Literally.
These are facts.
I picture him like Zagat having fame within the club, and he's just known as the Machine.
Please don't go with that. I need Bert Kreischer to not sue us.
Bert seems like a cool guy.
He does. He'd laugh.
I have no idea what
He's a
that
comedian
It's-
who has an entire bit about him being called the Machine.
He partied
Oh.
with Russian
He's-
gangsters
yeah.
and became.
It's
the
an
Machine.
it's an entire 20-minute bit.
It's
It's so good.
Can't even say I've ever even heard that name.
He knows Tom Segura. He's good friends with Tom Segura.
Don't know that name either.
You would probably recognize him if you saw him.
Yeah.
He's usually shirtless.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
He's a big, chubby bear dude.
Yeah.
He and Tom Segura have a podcast called Two Bears, One Cave.
And it's actually quite hilarious.
It is pretty funny. It is very funny.
I could show.
Doesn't
you.
he like drink Kool-Aid instead of water?
Yeah, he's got a gallon jug of Kool-Aid instead of like how most people carry like a big jug of water. His is filled with Kool-Aid, and they discovered that in one of the episodes where it's like, dude, are you straight up drinking 5 gallons worth of Kool-Aid right now, or however many gallons? A lot.
Okay.
So I guess the next thing is rest and prep for killing a Hydra.
Pretty much.
Yes.
About at the end.
Please.
Yep. Okay.
Any last minute things anyone else wants to do?
After Segura chat.
Okay. So you all take some time to mentally prepare yourselves, even though it's gonna take probably a day to get out there. Mentally prepare yourselves. Brody is passed out, looks exhausted. Zagat gives him a little kiss on the head and then tucks him in.
That is a terrifying kiss.
Aw,
He
how
doesn't take the
sweet.
helmet off, so it's just smooth armor plate.
Oh,
So it's like Optimus Prime. Just bonk.
Good night. Sweet dreams. Felix would shit themselves.
Yeah. In fact,
he
Um,
did once.
Yes. All right. You all bed down for the night. Your exhaustion will be gone and all that. We'll go ahead and call it there for the day for this session as well. While you all mentally prepare yourselves to face a Hydra possibly next session. And I'm sure that Dan will be pleasantly perturbed.
Why is that?
Because he
He didn't
disappeared
cry
again
the whole
randomly.
time.
Because he disappeared, was asleep, and now he has to fight a Hydra with no information of why.
He could watch. He
who just forged his signature onto the
Hey,
page.
we're fighting a Hydra.
Technically,
The fuck?
find it. We had his
He
way
wakes
to
up
it.
when we get there.
Maybe.
He's
Maybe.
just covered in alchemist fire potions, and we are rolling him towards it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Good luck. Have fun killing the Hydra.
Don't worry, I can bring him back.
Do you think they'll make it?
No.
No.
Not a chance. Have fun.
Alchemist Fire only does 1d4.
That's why he'd be covered.
I actually think he'd survive still.
Because he's resistant to fire. Why do you think I chose him?
Yeah, he's resistant to fire, and he's particularly hardy in general. All right. Well, I guess that'll be it for us. We'll be back sometime. We're gonna have our September schedule out soonishly, I hope. Again, we do have our D&D one shot September 3rd. There's a level 21 shot. I know that a couple people here will be in attendance. No hard confirms on any.
nuts, folks. You better tune in.
Yes, it is legitimately DM versus the players.
I've never power gamed harder in my life.
Yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see you then.
Night.
Bye.